Getting you ready for game time. Join me, Sal from Behind Your Basketball, as I announce play-by-play. Make sure to smash the like and subscribe, because now we're about to go live. Entering the pregame, we now present Sal from Behind Your Basketball. And what's good, everyone? Welcome in. Glad to have you guys back in here, part of the channel once again here tonight. And I'm streaming the NBA playoff or play-in round here. Quick first week before the start of the playoffs, as I recently made an investment to go with Prime for the playoffs. I heard that regional networks are not covering the game, so I decided to make an investment into Amazon Prime. This Charlotte Hornets team has been red hot, number one in the NBA in offensive rating and three-point shooting since the start of the new year for Charlotte, as they made a jump all the way to a 44-38 record. They are the home team in this matchup, but this is a Game 7 type atmosphere tonight. All the work for the Charlotte Hornets to get themselves into a home game as the 9 seed in the play-in round, but they're going to have to take care of business tonight against the Miami Heat, who historically have had quite a bit of success in these play-in rounds. Last year, they won 2 games in a row to get themselves into the playoffs last season for Miami. They're 4-2 all-time in the NBA play-in rounds, a 10 seed in the second straight year in a row, beating the Bulls and the Hawks in back-to-back games last year, qualifying as the 8 seed for Miami, and they are a 10 seed once again going into the play-in rounds. The Heat, previous to this, they also qualified in the playoffs in the 2 years prior, 2024 and 2023, as the 8 seed, and they went all the way to the finals back in 23 as the 8 seed. Miami leads all teams in the NBA since the playoff round was implemented, I think, back in 2021. Miami leads every single team in the NBA, most NBA play-in game victories, and this is a Game 7 type of atmosphere. Young Charlotte Hornets team going up against the Miami Heat team that does have experience in playoff caliber play-in game moments. Guys like Tyler Hero, Bam Adebayo. This should be a great game tonight going down between these two teams, because Miami 43-39, they have struggled. They're just 17-24 in road games. Charlotte 44-38, they're 21-20 on their home court. They've been one of the best teams in the last 3 months for the Hornets. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well here on the channel. Hit us up who you guys like to win this one here tonight, Charlotte or Miami. What's good, Daniel Warren? Leafs defense in the street. Welcome in. Pringle, thanks for joining in. I like Charlotte based on recency, how they've been playing as of late for the Hornets. They've been like the hottest team in the NBA the last 3 months, but honestly wouldn't shock me with Miami, their experience in these types of games, if Miami does go into Charlotte tonight and they do upset the Hornets in this matchup. Hornets 5.5 point favorites coming into this game. Miami actually beat Charlotte 3 times in the regular season, so the Heat's 3-1 against Charlotte in the 4 games in the regular season, and one of those was a game that was played in the first week of the season, so not really much you can go off of that. Back on October 28th, 144-117. Second game was early on as well, like the third week of the season, November 7th, 126-108 victory for Miami. But then the last 2 games are at Charlotte, and Miami, they did win a game at Charlotte back on March 6th, 128-120. Charlotte took the last meeting 136-106 on March 17th. Yeah, should be a fascinating matchup between these 2 teams. Yeah, I've not been high on the Heat this season. They have been just inconsistent for them, like seesaw, up and down, up and down. When I've streamed the Heat, when they've played against the Celtics, they've really struggled. For them to get swept all 4 games, they just couldn't keep up in the second half, which is odd because an Eric Spoelstra type team, they usually are able to keep up in the second half and outscore their opponents. But from the games they've streamed for them, they had some issues doing that. Charlotte, really impressive what they've done for the last couple months for them to get themselves all the way up to the number 9 seed. They were at the back of the pack starting off the year in the Eastern Conference. And this is not it for these 2 teams. They have to win at 2 in a row to get themselves into the playoffs. So this is a 9 versus 10 seed matchup tonight. So this is not a game that whoever wins this one directly goes in the playoffs and gets the 2 seed or gets the 7 seed face of the Celtics. That'll take place tomorrow between Philly and Orlando. But this is to play on Friday, to keep on living in the playoffs and to play another game on Friday night. And then whoever wins that game on Friday plays against the 1 seed Detroit, and that game will be on Sunday. Yeah, Heat have just been like mid-pack this year for them. 43-39. Yeah, that record tells it all. 4 games above 500 or 7 games below 500 on the road. They've been pretty solid in their home court, but road games it's been tough for them this year. Yeah, I got some really good, interesting games in this playing round. Philadelphia, Joel Embiid's injured. They take on Orlando. That Orlando team, they can flip the switch in a flash, but they got like no identity for them. Just they were thought to be a top 4 team going into the season this year, and completely just don't look like they want to be there. They lost against the Celtics G League team on Sunday with their starters. Like, those guys must feel like crap after losing like that on Sunday. Heat Hornets coming up in a matter of moments. Spectrum Center out in Charlotte, North Carolina. And if you guys are doing the stream, keep on smashing that thumbs up. Hit us up in the chat who you guys like to win here tonight, Heat or Hornets tonight. Portland, Phoenix, those 2 teams exceeding expectations. That's the late game out in the West. Phoenix 2.5 point favorite going into that one tonight against Portland. Tomorrow night, Golden State against the Clippers. Yeah, Golden State's had a rough year for them. Just key guys injured. Clippers started off dreadful for them and then worked their way all the way up to be a 9 seed. Yeah, Hornets have been playing really well recently. After the All-Star break, 18-9. At one point, they were like 15-2 in a 17-game stretch, like around like a month ago or so. Heat 14-12 after the All-Star break. Charlotte gonna have to win another game, not only this one if they want to make the playoffs. And last time they've been in the playoffs was 2016. That's the longest drought out of anybody in the NBA that's yet to make the playoffs. I remember. It was 2021. Yeah, that was when the Celtics had that terrible year, too. They got the 7 seed, played against Brooklyn, and the Celtics played against Charlotte that year in the playing game. And then Charlotte lost 2 in a row. So they lost to the Celtics, then they lost to the Pacers, and didn't get put in the playoffs that year. So that was the last shot that they had before 2016. And then after that, 2022, another year that they just couldn't get in, lost in the playing game against the Hawks. So they've had opportunities, just haven't been able to capitalize. And right now, Hornets up in the poll, 57-43. Make sure to vote in that poll if you guys haven't already done so. Been a while, been like a week since the last time I streamed, since the national championship game last Monday. So it's been 8 days. Yeah, I had a busy weekend myself, so wasn't able to do any streams for like the rest of the week. I was out covering 15 water polo games for college water polo championships. Absolute blast this weekend, big time. Those games were... Yeah, it was good to get big-time spotlight on the call for a lot of those games this weekend. Putting in the work up to midnight on Saturday. Did the post-game press release article after covering 6 of those games on Saturday. Did 5 games on Friday, 4 on Sunday. 15 total throughout the course of 3 days last week and 9 teams. It was, yeah, quite insane. A lot of prep work had to put into that. Big spotlight tonight for a young team for the Charlotte Hornets on their home floor. LaMelo Ball trying to lead his team to another game on Friday. Game 7-like atmosphere tonight. Winner keeps on going in the play-in round. Will face the loser of Philadelphia versus Orlando on Friday. And the loser of this game is out. And they set their focus on the NBA draft. I'm going to go Phoenix in that game tonight. Phoenix, 2.5-point favorite. They get the home court advantage. Yeah, when I streamed Phoenix against Boston, I was quite impressed with Phoenix. Their shot making was outstanding in that game. They hung in with the Celtics throughout the course of their last matchup. Andrew Wiggins, Khalil Ware, Bam Adebayo, Tyler Hero, Davion Mitchell, the starting 5 for the Miami Heat, going up against the Hornets starting 5. Con Knipple, Miles Bridges, Musa Diabate, Brandon Miller, and LaMelo Ball. If you're doing the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well if you guys would like to be notified here for future live streams on the channel. And yeah, I didn't have Amazon Prime until today, so I decided when I got home, might as well just invest in it. Once I heard that the regional networks aren't carrying any of the games for the first round of the playoffs. So yeah, I decided to invest in Amazon Prime because it looks like some of these games, the standalone games, are going to be put on Amazon Prime. I think like Thursday and Friday, it's like Amazon exclusively. Yeah, my apologies. Just so I got bounced out, got it back on. Right there, yeah, that was weird. I think it's because when I synced it up, when I sync up the scoreboard, it kicked it off for some reason. I got it back on right now. Basket for both of these teams to start off the opening minute. Davion Mitchell scored, and LaMelo Ball scored. We stopped the clock with 10:49 left to go in the opening quarter. Yeah, that was very odd that when I hit sync on the game clock, the whole stream froze. That's happened once before. Hey, what's good, Marcus? Welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Yeah, things going pretty well. I'm going with the Celtics Spurs in the finals. Inbound goes to Miami. Adebayo around the perimeter. Handoff Hero. Hero turns the corner. Drives off a ball fake. Kick out corner. Khalil Ware takes the 3 and makes the 3 as he splashes it from the perimeter. 5-2 for the Heat. Heat 4 victories in the play-in around most of any team in the NBA currently. Con Knipple at the top of the key takes on Tyler Hero. Slides it off to Diabate. A lot of space, not a jump shooter. Hand off Brandon Miller. Brandon Miller drives on Hero off the Euro step. Got stripped. Got a back jumper. Mid-range off the back rim. No good. Tipped up by Diabate with the offensive rebound. Bobbled it. Lost it. and stolen by Hero. Goes right back over to the Heat. Mitchell slides it off to Hero. Jab step, dribbles, drives inside the key. Hero blocked by Bridges. Goes right back over to Charlotte. 2 minutes into action. Dribble, drive, attack at the rack. LaMelo Ball soars up and scores. Up and off the glass with a left-hand layup. A 1-point game in the opening quarter of the NBA playing round. Winner will have to win another game after this one. Winner of this game will play on Friday against the loser Philadelphia versus Orlando. And Charlotte, in transition, picks up a personal foul. That's going to stop the clock. That's on Brandon Miller, first personal tonight. Inbound goes to the Heat. Adebayo, handoff Hero. Hero inside the key. A jumper, good for 2. Good start so far in this game for Miami. Right out of the gate. Tyler Hero on the board for this first 2 today. Brandon Miller slides it off to LaMelo. LaMelo around the perimeter. Moves it off to Miller inside the key. Kick out to the wing. Launching the 3. Bridges. Swoosh. All right, from downtown for Miles Bridges. Joe, what's good? Welcome in, man. This is the play-in game, so whoever wins this game stays alive and has to play on Friday, since this is the 9 seed against the 10 seed. Score down low. Inside the key for Miami. Straight away 3. A splash. They drill another one. Charlotte been automatic from the perimeter for the last couple months. Top team in the league. Mitchell exploding right to the cup, scores the 2. And we will have a timeout here taken on the floor. 11-10 Miami as Charlotte burns the opening timeout. So we take the first timeout of the night. Yeah, so whoever wins this one stays alive, and they're still in the playoff hunt. They have to win 2 games in a row, so this is the 9 seed against the 10 seed, and whoever loses this game automatically gets eliminated from the playoffs, and they just focus on the draft after that. Yeah, Mr. Top's been doing well. Good pace to start off this game. Kind of a different style of paces. The Heat play like one of the slower tempos in the NBA per adjusted pace of play, and Charlotte plays like the top tempo and adjusted pace per play. I gotta get up the stats here to players. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe right now, just on the timeout currently. Yeah, good start in this game so far. 21 combined points. Right out of the gate. Hey, that's pretty cool, Joe. That's awesome. Yeah, I saved some of my game balls when I used to play Little League, All-Stars, and then Senior League for baseball. And then I wrote on the game balls what I did, like 2 for 3, 3 RBIs, game-winning, driven, RBI, Little Fenway, Freetown, Mass. Like, I put all that stuff down on my game balls, or something like 12 strikeouts. Or something, 9 innings pitched, 12 strikeouts. So yeah, I've saved a bunch of my game balls when I used to play. Have a couple trophies when I played Little League growing up from like the All-Star days. Didn't quite win the championship, but we were pretty close, like always in the mix. Yeah, I believe the Celtics should be fully healthy. They just had to rest guys and just it was like them just making up like injury designation stuff. They just had to rest guys because they had already secured the 2 seed. That's the big benefit too. With the full week of rest, Celtics won't play until Sunday, so they have a whole week off. So that definitely helps out. If any guys are like sore or dealing with anything, they get a full week to get it right. Missed 3 by Charlotte coming back from the timeout. Davion Mitchell brings it up the floor. Wiggins backs his way inside the key turnaround jumper from Miller. Kiss off the glass. He scores for 2. 3-point lead for the Heat now. Hornets with possession. Knipple on the court alongside LaMelo Ball, Musa Diabate. Miles Bridges with a huge rejection going up there. Coel Ware with a swat. Heat with possession. Hero on top. Mitchell push pass. 3 at the wing. Ware left it short. Rebound secured by Knipple. Up the floor off to Miller. Brandon Miller slows it down around the perimeter for Charlotte. In the first 4+ minutes of action, LaMelo on top, drives on Hero inside the key with a left hand. No good off the glass, tipped off the mark. Rebound by Mitchell, but touched the baseline out of bounds. And it's going to stay Charlotte possession. Charlotte looking for the inbound. LaMelo into the hands to Knipple. Outside to the top, Diabate finds LaMelo, turns the corner, drives inside the key. LaMelo up fake, step through, puts it up and draws the contact. And 2 free throws coming up here by LaMelo Ball. Yeah, bright spot for the Heat so far this game. They've been efficient. 6 for 9 to start things off. That's big for Miami. So they've gone through stretches when they've gone on like lengthy scoring droughts this year. This Charlotte offense has been one of the top scoring teams in the NBA this season. First free throw good at the line by LaMelo. Substitution for Charlotte. Brandon Miller's going to check out. And Sion James comes in, the rookie from Duke, on the floor for the first time tonight. Second free throw, LaMelo right down the middle. 1-point game now, 7:39 left to go in the opening quarter. We're just getting started tonight. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Hero on top, Adebayo slides it off to Wiggins at the wing. Wiggins looking for an open teammate, dribbles up to the elbow. Outside, Mitchell attacks the paint. Out the top, back over to Wiggins. Wiggins 8 in the timer, dribbles up, kick outside. Mitchell drives inside the key, floats up a wild shot, contested by Knipple. No good off the back rim, a rebound secured by James for Charlotte. Knipple off the ball, pass, quick 3, no good off the back rim by Kahn. Rebound secured by Wiggins. Finds Mitchell past midcourt. Davion lobs it off to Bam. Backs his way, working on Bridges inside the key. Bam had a poke loose, lost it, tied up with Bridges. Got to be a jump ball at the free throw circle. You got to know where your defender is. Terrific defense, too. Miles Bridges just pokes the ball from behind. Out off Adebayo. Ties him up with it. Yeah, Charlotte's defense coming alive. That's massive for the Hornets. They've been a solid offensive unit. Defense needing improvements. Explosive offense, though. Baseline jumper, not even close by Hero off the rim on a tough shot. Goes right back over to Charlotte. LaMelo at the wing of the perimeter. 1-on-1. Step back three, LaMelo. Off the back rim, no good. Long rebound control by Knipple. And cut it to LaMelo. Baseline dribble. Shovel pass looking for Diabate. Couldn't handle it cleanly. Results in the turnover. Up the floor. Heater on the floor. No good. Missed by Jaquez. This ball pinwheels around. Offensive rebound. Jaquez. And he stepped out of bounds with it. It's going to go back to Charlotte. Yeah, both of these teams start to slow down right now. The defense is showing up. If you're a betting person out there, remember this. Last year, a bunch of the games were all like defensive battles in the first rounds. That's when the defenses start to come alive. So a bunch of the unders hit in the opening round. So if you're seeing anything that's like a ridiculously high total for like the combined over under that is like an insane amount of points to go over, then it's probably not going to happen because the defenses start to show up in the playoffs. Jumper off of lasers, good straight away. Coming off the screen by Brandon Miller. Spin cycle Jaquez outside to Wiggins. Wiggins at the top of the key, takes the three from Millers, connects on it. Right now, scoring start to pick up. 16-15, Heat by 1. Top of the key for Bridges. Bridges tees up the three straight away, drills the triple. Both teams nailing shots right now. Davion Mitchell slides it off to Khalil Ware. Khalil Ware, the three, no good off the mark. Offensive rebound, put back, muscling his way was Wiggins for the deuce. Jeffrey, welcome in. No problem, man. Thanks for joining in. Miller receives it cross court, defended around the outside into the hands to LaMelo. 12 on the shot clock. LaMelo, 1-on-1, taking on Wiggins around the perimeter. Gets past him off the dribble, towards his left, bobbled it. That slight bobble allowed him to make the extra pass off to Bridges instead of taking a jumper. Bridges, step back jumper, and fouled at the free throw circle. 2 shots here coming up at the free throw line by Miles Bridges for Charlotte. Yeah, that's my question, Jeffrey. Crazy. So I heard about that like a couple months ago. Alabama had a G League player on their team. I always thought that once they go into the NBA draft, they can't come back. So he must he wasn't drafted. It's so odd. I thought once you put your name into the NBA draft, you can't come back. So he must have got signed without even going into the draft. Like, that's the only way that I think that could happen as the free throws go down. 2-point lead for Charlotte. Tyler Hero had the ball poke loose, stole away. Bridges races up the floor off the steal. Attacks on Hero. Kick out corner. Up fake. Sion James baseline dribble, circles around, leaves it outside for an open three off the back of no good. Put back there by Kalkbrenner for 2. 4-point lead for Charlotte. Timeout on the floor taken by Miami. 4:50 left to go to open the quarter. Charlotte start to get into a rhythm. Couple turnovers forced. Miles Bridges making a big impact so far defensively. Collected that steal, defending Hero, and then it was a missed 3 by Sion James, led to the putback by Ryan Kalkbrenner. Michael, welcome in, man. Stay safe out there, brother. Yeah, Celtics look incredible. Just absolutely amazing, like, what the team culture is like when they rested 9 guys and they had G League players beat a team full of starters. Like, that's pretty embarrassing for the Magic. Like, that's really sad for Orlando. That's been their season in a nutshell, basically, for them. It's just been super inconsistent, not much chemistry. It's been a tough year for the Orlando Magic. If you guys are doing the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Andrew Wiggins up to 7, leading the Heat. Tough start for Hero, just 2 points on 1 for 4 shooting. Adebayo, not much going on either. Only 1 shot attempt so far. 2 points for the guy who dropped down to 83 in the regular season. LaMelo, excellent start for him. He's got 9. 8 points by Bridges. And 3 by Brandon Miller off the bench. Kalkbrenner with a 2 off the putback. Yeah, Miles Bridges, really good start so far to begin this game. Perfect. 2 for 2 from the perimeter. A steal and a block. Yeah, this Charlotte team's been red hot. And Charlotte's led by one of the former Celtics assistants. Yeah, Charles Lee, hired in 2024, so he used to be a Celtics assistant. So after the Celtics won the finals in 2024, Charles Lee got hired by Charlotte. What a turnaround for the Charlotte team. 19-63 last year to 44-38. They have the longest playoff drought out of any team in the NBA. The last time they've went to the playoffs was 2016. Charles Lee, assistant coach 2023-2024 with the Celtics, and he came over with Drew Holiday. So when Drew Holiday got traded from the Bucks to the Celtics, he came over with Drew Holiday. Wow, it's what a rise here for Charles Lee. Like 12 years ago, he was an assistant coach at Bucknell out of the Patriot League. So he was never even a head coach before. So he was never a head coach before. He took a massive leap. He went from Patriot League assistant coach, didn't even coach at the D1 level for college basketball, and then was hired by the Atlanta Hawks as an assistant coach 2014 to 2018, Milwaukee Bucks 2018 to 2023, then the Celtics 23-24 won the championship, and then after the championship season hired as the new head coach for Charlotte. Oh, wow, I actually did not hear that, Jeffrey. Yeah, that makes sense because Michael Malone, Bishop Hendricken, new head coach for North Carolina. I think UNC is going to be really, really good. 22-18, Miami off the inbound. Adebayo sends it outside to Norman Powell. Powell, the former Clipper from last season, sends it off to the corner off the fingertips, though. Pelle Larsson, it's a turnover. Yeah, just missed the mark on the skip pass there by Norm Powell. Hornets with possession. Bridges outside to Diabate. Diabate hand off to Miller. Miller dribbles, drives inside the key. No good off the glass. Left it too long. Tipped up in the air. Tipped right back to Miller. Skip pass, corner. Kobe White leads it outside into the hands to Bridges. Off to White once again. Bounce pass with 5 at a timer. Bridges backs his way. Inside the key. Bridges turnaround shot. Got it to go. It's good for 2. Miles Bridges out to a strong start. Double figures up to 10 now. 9-2 run by Charlotte in the last 2 minutes. Mitchell, 15-footer straight away off the back rim, no good. Rebound secure by Charlotte. Gotta make those types of shots. Uncontested mid-range jumpers, and Davion Mitchell couldn't make it. Kobe White attacking right to the rim, soars up and scores the right-hand layup. Charlotte getting into a groove right now. A bad sign for the Heat. They're on a 2.5-minute plus scoring drought. Pelle Larsson. Inside the key, bounce pass outside, Hawkes, up fake, Hawkes, extra pass made. Larson goes up, rejected by the side of the glass, got a back, fell, stumbled, kick out corner. Norman Powell goes up and he will draw the foul. Clock will stop, 3:12 remaining in this opening quarter. Charlotte looking strong right now. Yeah, they got some key contributors off the bench, too. Kobe White, former Chicago Bull. He was a big pickup at the trade deadline. Comes off the bench, has 2. Ryan Kalkbrenner with 2. Inbound here goes to Larson. Miami's bench struggling to start off this game. Jaime Hawkes fires it off to number 0 with Yakashona's first time on the floor, and it's going to get deflected out of bounds off the shot. It's going to stay. Heat ball. Beg my pardon, that's Fontecchio. Yeah, Simone Fontecchio. At the baseline for the Heat as they inbound it and deflected wide off the Hornets. Massive for Charlotte right now. Like, they're keying in. Like, their shot's able to drop. They're able to get to the rim with dribble drive penetration. And they're forcing stops, which is a bad sign for the Heat. Because that's the Achilles heel of the Hornets is their defense. That is way off the mark in a 3 by Miami. Not even close there by Fontecchio as the Hornets have it back. Chance to go up by 10 or double digits when the made bucket. Push pass, corner, 3, Brandon Miller off the mark, no good. Tipped off the glass off. It's a rebound. Chance for the putback. Couldn't get it to drop. And that was missed off the back heel just by Josh Green, former Dallas Maverick at the wing. Larson finishes for 2 plus the foul. Bad shooting foul charged to Brandon Miller. Cuts the lead down to 6. Yeah, I believe it was like 500,000 views last month. That was insane. If you guys are doing a stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Yeah, so I actually went out and invested in Amazon Prime so I could cover these games throughout the playoffs. I found out that the regional channels aren't going to be covering any of the playoff games anymore, so I invested in Amazon Prime once I got home today. Free throw skipped out, no good, missed at the line by Larson, goes back to the Hornets. Under 2.5 left to go in the opening quarter. Kobe White on the floor alongside Con Kadipo, Musa Diabate. Grant Williams, first time on the floor for him, and also Josh Green, a missed layup at the rim by Diabate, stripped to the bounds. It was off of Diabate stripping Jaquez. It will go back to Miami. Yeah, this Heat team has just been mid this year. Warren, spot on in the chat earlier with that definition for mid. Up and down. Seesaw of a team. This Charlotte team's been red hot recently. One of the best teams in the last 2+ months. Kobe White at the top of the key off the rebound. White dribbles, drives on Fontecchio, pull-up jumper, 13-footer off the back rim, no good. Offensive rebound hauled in by Cisse. One of the top teams in the NBA in rebounding. Another 3 bricked off the back rim by White. Hit the bottom part of the back of the shot clock cable that's out of bounds. It's been an up and down opening quarter. Charlotte started to get on a run. Looked like this game could have got out of reach early on, and now Charlotte's struggling to make some shots when they've had a chance to put away the Heat early in this game. Miami struggling to generate any sort of offense. Adebayo backs his way off the double. Adebayo inside the key. Turn around, gutted a drop. It's good for 2. Needed that right there for the Heat. 90 seconds left to go in the opening quarter. Kobe White, edge of the midcourt logo. Dribbles up to the right wing perimeter. Slides it off to Kadipo. Kadipo launches a 3. Missed off the rim. Short rebound secured by Adebayo. Shot making for both of these sides just not there right now. 38% for Charlotte, 45% for Miami. Seeming like it's a lot less than 45% currently. Jaquez tees up the 3, no good. Missed off the rim. Short once again, and the rebound goes back to Charlotte. Kobe White. 50 seconds left to go in the opening quarter. Gonna slow down tempo. Kobe White at the midcourt logo. 6 in the shot clock. Kobe White dribbles, drives, penetrates the paint inside the key. A kick out to the wing. Grant Williams off fake with a 3, blocked by Adebayo. It's a shot clock violation. Poor possession by Charlotte, leading to Miami with another opportunity. Substitutions here. Charlotte, Josh Green going to check out. Kobe White also checks out as the Heat get the inbound. Sion James back on the floor for Miami alongside Bridges. Adebayo backs his way, pivot over Diabate with a right-hand hook. Got to the fall, it's good for 2. 2-point game right now. Shot clock turned off. Pass midcourt for Charlotte. Kneppel. Defended by Fontecchio. Top of the key. Final seconds left to go to opening quarter. It's an offensive foul. Charge to Charlotte. An illegal screen setup. Or no, beg my pardon. This might be on the Heat, actually. Yeah, Grant Williams got knocked down. I'm going to stay here on the Charlotte side. Looked like that should have been an illegal screen. Yeah, Charlotte got lucky. This is going to be defensive foul. So defensive foul charge to the Heat. It's going to reset the offense for Charlotte. So it's on the defense. Charlotte, near side, Kneppel, inbound. Back over to Kneppel from Kalkbrenner. Kneppel launches the 3 at the buzzer. Missed off the back rim, no good. And at the end of the opening quarter, it's a 2-point lead by the Hornets. 26-24 Charlotte. At the end of 1. Winner stays alive and will play on Friday against the loser of Philadelphia versus Orlando. Loser of this game gets eliminated from the rest of the season. Good start so far by Miles Bridges. 10 points, leading all scorers. First player to get to double figures tonight. 3 for 4 from the floor, 2 for 2 from the perimeter. Andrew Wiggins leads the way for the Heat. He's got 7. Tough start for Tyler Hero, just 2 points in 7 minutes. Charlotte struggling to make their shots, but with inefficiency, they're still up. Oop, I don't know. Oh, that reverted. I just saw that. The logos are completely different. My apologies there. Yeah, like that. Oh. Yeah, I completely just saw that. So I gotta copy those over. There we go. Yeah, I got the old logos from the previous stream. The Bucks ain't playing anymore. Yeah, I just caught that. There we go. Yeah, I think it's Wes Enos. I heard that he's got like a no contact clause. So, yeah, I would imagine that he'd be coming to Providence for him if he has like a no contact clause, so like no other coach can contact him or anything. He's probably just figuring out like some sort of like transfer agreement or something before he commits, just making sure like the credits and stuff transfer over. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Make sure to vote in the poll as well. If you guys like to take this one tonight here, Hornets or Heat, 66-34. It's the Hornets up on the poll currently. Yeah, it's usually the defenses in these playoff games that show up. So if you're like a betting person out there, keep this in mind when the playoffs happen. I suggest to take the under as much as possible because last year that's what happened a bunch of times. Like the overs would never hit. Like once the playoffs begin, all the defenses start to show up. Charlotte +7 on the glass, 16-9. They're having a tough time though knocking down their shots currently. Just 36% from the floor. Yeah, I saw there was like photos that surfaced on the internet from last week. Mike Vrabel And one of the reporters, Diana Rossini, NFL reporter, so there were like photos of them at a hotel, and there were photos of them like hugging and stuff, and then it made its rounds on the internet. Yeah, from what I heard today, she resigned a couple hours ago from The Athletic. Four-point lead right now for Charlotte coming out to start off the second half. LaMelo goes up off-balance shot, blocked from the side by the Heat. They race up the floor. Fontecchio, Larson, bounce pass underneath Jaquez. Backcourt to Larson, scores, up and it off the backboard. Defense translates right into offense. Slam dunk right past the defense. LaMelo Ball, flush it home for two. Bam Adebayo is injured right now. He is down. So Bam Adebayo is holding his lower backside. Let's see, that was on the block. Yeah, Fontecchio got the block, and then LaMelo, once he got blocked, went backwards into Adebayo, and then Adebayo stumbled backwards, landed hard on his lower back, and Adebayo is having a tough time right now walking. Bam Adebayo is in some serious pain. This is the guy that dropped down 83 points earlier this season. Bam Adebayo having a tough time right now, trying to walk off in his own power. We have an injury timeout for Bam Adebayo. 30-26, Hornets by 4, as we just got started with quarter number 2. Yeah, I saw that the Fertitta family bought the Connecticut Sun, so the Connecticut Sun no longer playing at Mohegan Sun, moving over to Houston. Yeah, I heard the draft's coming up. WNBA just had their draft last night. NFL draft, yeah, 8 days from now, coming up soon. The Heat's going to need Bam. That's going to be tough if they can't get back out of Bio. Miami leads that total 18-12 right now, points in the paint. What they're suffering in is rebounding. This Charlotte team is active on the glass. One of the best rebounding teams in the NBA. Charlotte leads that total early, 16-10. Yeah, that's a huge loss if they can't get back out of Bio. Adebayo, perfect 3 for 3, playing the most minutes of anybody, 6 points in 11 minutes. Team leading 3 rebounds. So this is tough if Adebayo does have to miss the rest of this game. Basically, that's the season right there for Miami. If this injury is serious, which it looked like he took a pretty hard lick on his lower back. Oh wow, yeah. So Jeffrey, first thing I saw here on Twitter is that Florida Atlantic transfer Devin Vanderpool committed to Providence. This guy's a 16 points per game on the average score that just committed to Providence today. Transfer portal for college has been crazy. Eric Ryba, 7-footer from UConn, decided to transfer today, and he was supposed to be like the next breakout star going into next season. Decides to transfer away from UConn. Yeah, it's insane with the whole transfer portal. Milan Momcilovic transferred from Iowa State. He was one of the top players in the Big 12 this past season. Yeah, Bam Adebayo, the tailbone area. That's a sensitive area, too. That's a tough area. He took a hard fall going backwards. Yeah, I saw that today. That's a record-breaking 6 players from UCLA that got drafted. First time that's ever happened. Bam Adebayo, tailbone injury. and he just headed to the locker room. So Adebayo is right now not on the floor with a tailbone injury at the moment. We get back to action. That's way off the mark on a missed three by Norman Powell. Up the floor goes LaMelo. Burst the speed, kick out, corner, Canepo rises, fire on the three over the cylinder. Missed it an air ball, rebound by Hawkes out of the pack. Larson, reach and foul, charge to LaMelo. This will stop the clock. 10:37 left to go in the second quarter. Not a good sign right now for the Heat. Bam Adebayo, early in this game. Tailbone injury now in the locker room. And they're going to have to contend in the glass somehow, some way. LaMelo just picked up his second personal foul reaching in. So that does not help out Charlotte for their star player. Brandon Miller about to check back into the game for Charlotte. Good learning experience for this young team tonight. If they can get over the hump, win this game, gives them all the momentum in the world when they take on either Philly or Orlando on Friday. That Orlando team's been a mess. Honestly, wouldn't shock me if it is Orlando. Philadelphia is dealing with a major injury without Joel Embiid, but Philly's got a bunch of scoring talent with Maxey and Edgecombe on their team. Davion Mitchell outside off the Powell. Powell guarded by Canepo, dribbles, drives inside the key. A wild shot off balance, cut to the drop off, two knees. Hitting on the hardwood, able to score somehow, some way. Houdini-like fashion for Norman Powell. Kobe White accelerating to the rim, no good. Shoved in though, the putback jam by Kalkbrenner. Ryan Kalkbrenner, rookie out of Creighton, showing up in a big way right now for the Hornets. That's his second offensive rebound leading to a putback. Powell, runner, connects on the two. Finally getting some scoring to pick up right now. Under 10 minutes left to go before halftime. Kobe White around the perimeter. Slides it off to Canepo. Fires it off to Grant Williams in the corner. Williams towards his right off the dribble. Into the hands to Kobe White. Kobe White off the screen set by Kalkbrenner. Accelerates. Kick out. Corner. Three. Grant Williams buries the triple. That's a big-time sign right there for Charlotte. Grant Williams, a corner perimeter specialist. 9:25 left to go before halftime. Larson, shovel pass underneath off to Ware. And the reach and foul charge to Charlotte to stop the clock. Yeah, things went well, Jeffrey. It was a big time this weekend. So I had 15 games. I had 5 games on Friday, 6 on Saturday, 4 on Sunday. First time I ever covered a game that started at 8 a.m. on a Sunday morning. So that was interesting. Had to get up for 6 o'clock for an 8 a.m. game. I was up till like past midnight too because the Saturday matchups had 6 matchups. Plus I wrote the post-game press article and then I had to prep for the games on Sunday. So it was basically constant nonstop throughout the course of the weekend. Quarter 3 buried down. That is Khalil Ware who rattles in the 3. And then an offensive foul charge to Charlotte. Miami will get the basketball back. 9:09 left to go before halftime. Yeah, huge bench points right there with Grant Williams on the previous basket, scoring that 3. 4 by Kalkbrenner, 3 by Williams, 2 by Kobe White. That's 9 points off the bench for the Hornets, 8 bench points, 4 each between Larson and Powell for the Heat. Heat missed off the mark. Goes back to Charlotte with possession. Under 9 minutes left to go before halftime. Kobe White at the wing of the perimeter. He takes on Wiggins. Slides it off towards his right. At the elbow into the hands to Bridges. Off the pivot. Gets past Mitchell. Float to the shot. Rattled in. It's good for 2. Miles Bridges setting the tone early on in this game for the Hornets. 4-point lead for Charlotte. Heat with possession, free throw circle. Mitchell swings it out to Ware. Outside Mitchell. Top of the key. Step back 3 in the air. Straight away. Connects in the 3 ball. Davion Mitchell rips down the triple. 1-point game. That's huge for the shot-making column for the Heat. Charlotte will slow it down. Edge in the midcourt logo, Kobe White. Canepo. Hand off back over to White around the perimeter. Kobe White at the top of the key. 1-on-1. Drives. Jumper. No good left short. Williams in and out of the hands, but loose ball foul charge to Miami. Yeah, I came home and saw the second part of the fourth quarter. They had 9 guys out, and they beat the starters and the Magic. Just incredible. Really goes to show the team culture for the Celtics this year. And that Magic team just so much talent, but just super inconsistent for them. Paulo Banchero has had a rough year this year. I heard he's like the worst shooter in the entire NBA off the mid-range for him this season. Kobe White had it poke loose, got it back around the perimeter, floats up a wild shot off the glass, almost went in as the shot clock was going down. It goes back to the Heat off the rebound. Hero at the top of the key, slides it off to Mitchell. Davion Mitchell, defended on the outside, crossover, dribbles up inside. Mitchell looking around the perimeter, finds Larson. On top off to Wiggins. Wiggins launches the three. That is well short out of bounds. And it was blocked by Charlotte. Bridges got a piece of it, so it's gonna stay Heat basketball. Hey, what's good? James in the stream. Welcome in. Thanks for joining in, man. Miami with a jumper by Ware, left it short. At the perimeter, it's going to go right back over to the Hornets. And they got the putback, though. So Miami did get the putback off the turnover by Charlotte there. So it's going to go back to Charlotte with possession. Lob sent from LaMelo into the hands to Bridges outside. The attack low block into the hands to a Knipple. Knipple, jumper, 13-footer straightaway off the back from no good. Kalkbrenner battling for that rebound, get tipped up over to the Heat. Davion Mitchell, outside off to Ware, pops up with a three straight away, left short off the rim. Knipple controls the defensive rebound. Down by 2 for Charlotte. They've led the majority of this game so far. Knipple trying to see if he can start to find his stroke, having a tough time doing so. Leaning in through contact, draws the shooting foul. 2 shots coming up here at the line for Knipple. Charlotte shooting a low percentage tonight. 39% from the floor, just 5 for 15 from 3. Perfect 4 for 4 at the free throw line. They're plus 5 in the glass, but issue for them is that their shot making just not there on the 5 for 15 from the perimeter. Knipple, sharpshooter out of Duke, really struggling tonight. 0 for 5 from 3, 1 for 8 from the floor. First free throw. Knipple ranks number 1 in the NBA in rookies per game at the free throw line. First free throw is good. Cuts the deficit to 1. Second shot ties the game. Wow. 63 points February 1st. That's huge. Heat with possession. Hero on the floor alongside Mitchell, Hawkes, Wiggins, and Ware. Step back 3, and Mitchell off the mark. Offensive rebound. Khalil Ware goes up with a putback, and he scores off the window. Big time putback there by Khalil Ware. Gonna need a lot of him for the remaining part of this game. Adebayo tailbone injury. I'll update you guys once we find out if he's going to be back or not. Looked like it was a pretty bad injury, though. Entry pass, lob down low. Wiggins receives it. Gets clobbered and fouled. 2 free throws coming up here by the Heat with Andrew Wiggins at the line. Yeah, things going pretty well. I covered 15 games for water polo for college broadcast this past weekend. Yeah, I have a lacrosse game tomorrow night I'm covering. So I only have 1 game this week. I'm kind of at the end of the season. So after tomorrow, I think I have 6 more games left for the regular season, and that's it. A couple of them are double headers, too. So the lacrosse season's coming down. Softball, baseball, winding up. Missed shot Hero at the top of the free throw circle. Hornets off the rebound. LaMelo at the wing off the crossover, takes on the Hawkes, drives right past him, right to the cup, and blocked from behind, out of bounds. It'll stay Charlotte ball. Yeah, I heard that too, Jeffrey. So Gillette Stadium, no tailgating at the World Cup, kind of odd. A couple weeks ago, they had a huge soccer match there for an exhibition. They had, France was competing in that matchup. 41-39, 5.5 left to go before halftime in a tremendous battle. These two teams playing their hearts out right now. And whoever wins this game will play another game on Friday. Not a lock yet for the playoffs, but inching closer to making the playoffs. Whoever wins this game needs to win 2 in a row tonight and then Friday to make it as the 8th seed in the playoffs. Whoever loses is eliminated. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well if you guys would like to be notified for future live streams. I will not be live tomorrow, so I do have a lacrosse broadcast tomorrow night, but I am hoping to be live on Friday covering whoever wins this game against the loser of Philadelphia or Orlando. And then I am away on Saturday and Sunday, coming back home on Monday. I'm probably going to bring my laptop to the hotel. So my sister's barbershop course, their Northeastern District performance for the district competition. In the past, they've competed in Cape Cod and Hyannis, but that convention center closed, or convention center renovated, so they're not hosting anymore. So this year it's in Springfield. So I'm going to Springfield on Saturday, staying overnight, and then we're supposed to stay overnight on Sunday in Mystic, Connecticut. So I'm going to bring my laptop to the hotel. If I do a stream, it's going to be the night stream on Saturday and Sunday. So I'm not doing the Celtics Blazers tonight. I actually have to prep for my lacrosse game too for tomorrow. So I'm going to do that after this. Yeah, so usually when the playoffs go on, I usually just take the 7 o'clock game, because once the 10 o'clock starts, by the time it finishes, it's like 12:30, 1 o'clock or so. And I get up to go to work around like 6:30 in the morning. So yeah, this is my only game tonight. So yeah, once the playoffs come, like, it's usually a weeknights, the 7 o'clock games that I'll take. I'll take like an 8 o'clock game, a 9 o'clock game, but the 10 o'clock games are like crazy late. Hey, what's good, Rydog? Welcome back in. Thanks for joining in, bud. Yeah, so I'm going away this weekend, so I plan on bringing my laptop and microphone over to the hotel. I'll probably stream Rockets Lakers on Saturday, and then I'm actually unfortunately not going to be able to cover the first Celtics game because we are on the road at that time in Connecticut. So it's probably going to be depends on the timing when I get to the hotel. We're actually on the road like all day on Sunday next week. (41-39) as we come back to action. The winner will keep on going in the play-in round. We'll play Philly against Orlando. The loser of that game that's tomorrow. And then whoever wins that game takes on the Celtics in the first round, which, in my honest opinion, I hope it's Philadelphia, because the Magic, they tried to injure the Celtics guys last year. I like to see a different team in the playoffs, as Charlotte scores, ties up the game at 41. That's by Knipple inside the key. Mitchell into the hands to Hero. And the 5 minutes left to go before halftime. Hawkes backs his way inside the key, takes on Bridges, leaves it outside for Mitchell, dribbles up, a runner, one in the timer, missed off the back rim, rebound secured by Bridges. Bridges out to a key start so far. Mikal Bridges, dish outside to the wing. Hand off. LaMelo on a three. Skipped around the rim and out. Tipped up in the air off. It's a rebound. Musa Diabate couldn't put it through, but drew the foul. And 2 free throws coming up here at the line for Diabate. It's close to the Connecticut River, so it's like downtown Springfield where they're holding the convention. beg my pardon, they're not going to get him on the shot. So this is an inbound for Charlotte, and they couldn't capitalize off the three missed by LaMelo. So Bam Adebayo, hard fall on his tailbone, went to the locker room. I'm going to see if there's anything else out there about him. I don't think there's any status yet about Bam. He's questionable to return. Okay, so he's questionable to return. So that just came out. Lower back injury. Accelerating to the rim, Jaime Jaquez scores the 2. 2-point lead for the Heat. Miami's been able to get downhill, playing the paint in this game. 24-18 points in the paint for Miami. LaMelo around the perimeter. Finds the roller inside the key. High off the glass, gutted a drop up and then off the backboard. Scored by Sion James, the rookie out of Duke. Big answer for his first basket tonight. Heat with possession. Mitchell at the low block, off a double, kick out to the wing, launching the 3. Wiggins connects from it from downtown. 3-point advantage right now for Miami. LaMelo at the Spectrum Center logo. Takes on Hero around the perimeter. 10 in the shot clock for LaMelo. And LaMelo gets past Hero off the dribble. High off the glass. Scoop score. Up and in. Off the backboard. Good for the deuce by LaMelo. Highly entertaining game right now between these two teams. Mitchell. Bounce pass finds Wiggins. Wiggins inside off the pivot. High off the mark. No good. Tipped off the mark. It goes right back over to Charlotte. LaMelo slides it off the Bridges. Under 3 minutes left to go before half. Into the hands to LaMelo. So he's going to slow down tempo. Off the double team. Finds Bridges. Picks and pops. Up for a 3. Splashes the triple. Charlotte takes the lead right back. Nice little pick and pop action right there by Miles Bridges. Miles Bridges out to a tremendous start so far in his playing game. He's got 13. Bridges got 12. LaMelo's got 13 with 3 assists. Heat in the corner. Khalil Ware outside. Mitchell into the hands to Jaquez. Tees up the 3 from distance. He knocks it down from the perimeter. It's an eruption right now from the perimeter in this game. Approaching the 2-minute mark left to go before halftime. They'll take it past midcourt with LaMelo. LaMelo, Bridges, Sion James, Con Knipple, Musa Diabate, the 5 of the court. Sion James, 2 minutes left to play. Lobs it off to Bridges. Bridges with 12, snaking his way around. And the Heat pick up the reach and follow. The clock will stop. So that's pronounced as Worcester. Yeah, Worcester State is one of the teams that's supposed to be playing like the next month for baseball that I'm supposed to cover for one of their road games. And then there's a couple of colleges from Worcester, as Charlotte's in the bonus now. Free throw. Or no, beg my pardon. They're not in the bonus just yet. Just the defensive 3-second technical by the Heat led to that free throw. And it's going to get the ball back here for Charlotte. WPI in Worcester. Clark in Worcester. Holy Cross, the D1 school in Worcester. Assumption. That's also another one. Tie game now at 49. LaMelo, step back 3, deep range, gutted a drop. Big time triple by LaMelo from the outside. Jaime Jaquez leaves it out to the wing. Wiggins on the 3, missed off the mark. A rebound secured by Bridges. So we are down to 90 seconds left to go. LaMelo, ridiculous 3 from 34 feet out, missed off the mark, and long outlet pass sailed out of bounds. Too tall over the fingertips of Jaquez. It will go back to Charlotte. Yeah, there's also Worcester, Ohio. Yeah, so Worcester, Mass. and Worcester, Ohio. That's one that there's a college. The College of Worcester in Ohio. LaMelo, kick out corner, intercepted by Mitchell with a steal. Up the floor, Miami. Down by 3. Tyler Hero with a tier. Drop and gutted a go. It's good for 2. And it's been a really good game so far in this opening half. A 1-point game, final minute left to go before halftime. Charlotte slows down tempo. At the edge of the midcourt logo, Sion James. He's defended by Hero. Lobs it over to Bridges, top of the key. 5 at the timer, dribbles, drives, down the lane inside, off the glass, no good. Picked up on the rebound, goes to Jaquez. They got numbers, 4-on-2, up the floor. Hero off the off fake, attacks the paint. Hero puts it up, score it, and the foul. And one coming up with a free throw line for Tyler Hero as the Heat take the lead back. Big time defensive stop by Miami, forcing the miss by Bridges. He was out of the play. They had a numbers transition, 4-on-2. Sprinting up the floor, and then Hero able to draw that shooting foul, put it in. Got the bucket plus the and one. Wow, that's awesome, man. Yeah, a lot of like the Midwest schools for like D3 are really good at basketball. Free throw is good by Hero. LaMelo. Kobe White. Lob to Grant Williams. Says he is working his way inside the key. Off the back room, no good. Defended well by Jaquez. He forced the miss. It goes back to the Heat off the rebound. Mitchell. Pass midcourt. 2-second differential. Shot clock and game clock to go out. Going to halftime. Davion Mitchell going to slow it down. It's right behind the Spectrum Center logo. Mitchell dribbles up. Crossover inside the key. Mitchell off balance. No good. Over the cylinder. And the Hornets couldn't get the shot off in time off the full court shots. We close out going to halftime. Miami. A 2-point lead. 54-52. Right now going into halftime for the 5.5-point underdogs. Going into this game. Yeah, that's the name that sounds familiar. They have one of the players who used to play for Mount Union does like a bunch of basketball YouTube videos. If you guys are doing the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well. If you guys would like to be notified for future live streams on the channel. What a start to the play-in round. Heat by 2 so far tonight. Wow, good to see that the Bruins are back in the playoffs. So they're going to get Buffalo. Yeah, that should be a good matchup. I don't follow that much hockey, but I'm glad to see the Bruins make it back into the playoffs. Yeah, so up in my area, in New England, there's a couple really good D3s for basketball. I actually did a broadcast a couple years ago. It was Trinity, Connecticut, that had a road game at the school that I broadcast for men's basketball, UMass Dartmouth. In Trinity, Connecticut that year, they had like an early November game for like one of those 4-pod multi-team tournament events, and they completely destroyed everybody else in the tournament, and they went to the national championship, I believe, that year. And they had like a D1 transfer from Tulane on their team. And yeah, one of the teams they beat in that pod too is like a rival to them that was in that tournament, USJ, for University of St. Joseph in West Hartford in Connecticut. And Jim Calhoun, former UConn Huskies head coach, he was the head coach after he coached UConn. He was coaching as the head coach for the University of St. Joseph in Connecticut. So that's where he wrapped up his coaching career. And I think one of his sons is an assistant on that team as like an assistant coach now. And then the other team that's always been good has been Keene State in the Northeast. Like, they're usually like a top 10 team in scoring, like fast tempo offense, really deep team. This year was actually WestCon that won the conference. WestCon always like ranks like top 10 in steals, and they kept. It was good for them to get a bid and get the automatic qualifier for them because they kept on getting snubbed from the bracket. They went like 23-5, 22-5 last couple of years, and they couldn't get in. Basically because the strength of schedule, like the teams that they were playing, were not good, so they didn't get into the bracket, but they got the automatic qualifier this year. And WPI is usually the team to beat that's in the NUMAC conference, because I do games that's either Little East for D3 or NUMAC for D3. And then, the NESCAC is stacked. Duncan Robinson, he played at Williams. They're one of the teams out of the NESCAC. Tufts is always good. I heard the tuition there is crazy, like 80, 85, 90,000 to get into Tufts. Yeah, all those NESCAC schools are like really good. Like they put in like consistently like 7, 8, 9 teams for women's lacrosse out of the NESCAC. They put in like teams with losing records out of that conference because all they play is conference games, and they beat everybody in the non-conference slate. And then the conference games, they just beat up upon one another. And I think for the women's sports, field hockey and then women's lacrosse, Middlebury's like the team to beat every year. Like they've been like the consistent standard. Wow. 18 championships since 1992. That's impressive. Yeah, Red Sox having a tough time lately. They won a couple of games over the weekend, so that was good, but I heard yesterday's game was over like in the second inning. Gave up 11 runs first 2 innings. Miles Bridges out to a strong start. 15 points in 18 minutes, 6 rebounds, 3 made threes. LaMelo, 17 points going into half, leading the way for Charlotte. They got 2 guys. It's been able to be big so far. This game's just going to need other players to step up. Con Knipple having a tough time so far. So this is like the first invitation for this Charlotte team. A young team, not experienced with any sort of like playoff environments. And right now trailing by 2 at the half against the Heat. This Heat team, like, it's all about culture. Come playoff time. Like, give head coach Eric Spoelstra some time to be able to formulate a game plan. And didn't really have much time going into this one because it was just Monday. That was the full day. Everybody last played on the Sunday. But this Heat squad is usually just built different in, like, the playing rounds. So I grew up playing baseball and basketball. My main sport was baseball, so I played basketball up to the 8th grade, baseball through high school. Yeah, Con Knipple missing a lot of his shots. He's got some pretty good looks so far, just can't knock him down. Yeah, it's been a tremendous game so far at halftime. So I'm hoping to be back live on Friday for my next stream, so feel free to join in. I have a women's lacrosse game I'm covering tomorrow, so unfortunately won't be able to cover the play-in tournament games tomorrow. And then I'm actually away this upcoming weekend with my family. So where I'm from in Massachusetts, it's a state holiday on Monday. So Monday is the Boston Marathon Day. It's called Patriots Day, which is on Monday. So and it's the weekend that my sister's barbershop course is competing for their district festival this weekend too. So it's out in the western part of the state in Mass. So I'll be away this upcoming weekend on vacation. I'm hoping to bring my laptop to the hotel to stream whatever the night game. It's the Lakers Rockets. That's the one that's on Saturday. And then if I do get back in time on Sunday, the Sunday time is kind of weird because there's one at like 6:30. I might be on the road still at that time. There's also one at 9. That one's kind of late, based on that we have to like get up early in the morning on Monday. So I'm not sure if I'll be live on Sunday, but hoping to be live at least Saturday for one during the weekend, and then I plan on doing the one on Friday too. Whoever wins this one against the loser tomorrow night's game, Philly or Orlando. Yeah, they've always played day games on Patriots Day. So they're I would imagine they're wearing their like marathon, the yellow and blue jerseys on Patriots Day. I hate those jerseys that they have. Like that's like the Boston Marathon jerseys, but just never been a fan of them. Hey, thanks so much, Stringer Bell. Yeah, so I actually used to be a part of the group with her, but it was like a lot of stuff on my plate, and started to do the broadcast stuff, taking up games, so I decided that I couldn't like fit in the chorus group anymore that she's in. But they compete every spring in April for the regional competition. They hold the regional competition either in Mass, Rhode Island, or Connecticut. And then in October they compete in the district competition, which that's where it's like all of New England plus Canada. So this October it's actually in Montreal. Last October it was in Portland, Maine. It was in Burlington, Vermont a couple years back. Providence hosted. I was actually in it when Providence hosted. That was back in like 2014. Gonna see if there's any updates to Bam's status. Last status was questionable for Bam Adebayo. It did not look good for Bam Adebayo's lower back injury. Took a hard fall in the first half. Happened when the score is 28-26. So it was at the very start of the second quarter, 1 minute into the second quarter. Bam Adebayo injured. Landed hard in his tailbone. So as far as I know, questionable. That's what the sources have on Twitter right now, is questionable for Adebayo. Yeah, it's going to be tough for him to get back in. He was laboring after a hard fall. Like he was struggling to walk off in his own power. It was actually like 80 degrees in some places today. Where I was, it was like 72. Actually, up in New Hampshire, they're getting pounded right now by thunderstorms. Yeah, feel free to let us know out in the chat who you guys like to win here tonight, Hornets or Heat. Right now, Hornets dominating the poll, 64% for Charlotte. Yeah, Charlotte's been playing some really good basketball last couple months. If they do lose this game, honestly, it wouldn't shock me because they just don't have the experience so far. It's unfortunate because all that work to get the number 9 spot, host in a winner, move on type of environment, game 7 environment, loser gets eliminated. That's just crushing if it does happen tonight on their home floor that they can't come back and overtake the Heat, win this in the second half, especially with Bam Adebayo injured. It would be just unfortunate for Charlotte. All that work basically for nothing for them this year. Like, I streamed them the first time that they beat the Celtics. I was really impressed on Charlotte. Like, I thought that this Charlotte team could be like a tough out for somebody in the playoffs or make it very difficult for a top seed going in to the end of the playoffs. But they're going to have to make it difficult for the Pistons because that's the only team that they could face. They had chances to get themselves to the number 5 spot at one point. Like a month ago when they beat the Celtics back in March, I was saying that they were making a push, looking like they were going to surpass Philadelphia, surpass Orlando, and be right up there with the Hawks, surpass Toronto. I'm stunned to see Toronto get the 5 seed. Like, that should be a layup of a first-round matchup that the Cavs get Toronto in the first round. But this Charlotte team, like, they could have had the opportunity to get the 6 seed, and it was looking that way after he went like 15-2 in a 17-game stretch at one point going into early March. But 6-4 in the last 10 by Charlotte, starting to cool off a little bit for them. This Heat team has been super inconsistent, struggling in the road, 17-24 in road games, 43-39 overall. I mean, this really goes to show just the team culture and the head coach and his experience coaching his team and the players' experience in these types of games. If Miami does pull off this victory tonight without Adebayo, and Tyler Hero is going to have to step up. He's got just 7 points and 3 for 8 shooting for him. He's been in these types of environments before, went to the NBA Finals twice in his NBA career. And without Bam Adebayo, most likely for the second half. And that's huge if Eric Spoelstra is able to get the job done tonight. We get back to action, left to right on the floor. Charlotte off the opening possession, begin quarter number 3. Bridges alongside LaMelo, the two guys that's been able to show up so far tonight. As Bridges tees up a 3 off the back rim, no good. A rebound secured by Ware. It's Brandon Miller on the floor alongside LaMelo, Bridges, Knipple, and Diabate. Jaime Jaquez drives, attacks, kick out, corner, Wiggins. Off the baseline floater, off the back rim, no good. A rebound secured by Diabate. Adebayo is questionable. He took a hard fall on his lower back side at the start of the second quarter, so he is questionable to return. It does not look likely. It was a really, really hard fall for him. LaMelo at the top of the key for Charlotte. In the opening minute to begin the third, a jumper to elbow. LaMelo rises and fires and drills it. It's a tie game, 54-54. Davion Mitchell on the floor alongside Hero, Kalel, Ware, Wiggins, and Jaquez. Jaquez bouncing bodies, working on Miller, up and it off the glass, scores the 2. Jaime Jaquez able to get it a drop. Brandon Miller finds Bridges. Bridges takes on Hero. Outside on the top, into the hands to Miller. Brandon Miller switch guarded by Hero around the perimeter, 1-on-1. Gets past him off the dribble. Miller, fall away, connects on it. Both of these teams trying to crack the code offensively right now. Brandon Miller off that 2, back to a tie ball game. Heat with possession. Jaime Jaquez at the Spectrum Center logo. Takes on Bridges around the perimeter. Switched guarded by Miller, 1-on-1. Jaquez drives on Miller. Inside the key off the jump stop. Oh, nice look behind the back pass. No good. Shoved in off the putback by Kalel Ware. Able to follow up off the initial miss by Wiggins. Runner left short by LaMelo. Tip-in is there by Diabate. Tie game again, 58-58. Both of these teams getting after one another in the paint. Tyler Hero drives inside the key. A dump off outside to the wing. Jaquez with a three. A splash. He's got it. That was a tremendous pass there by Hero. Completely faked out the defense. Looked like he should have been able to dump it to the low block for an open slam dunk instead. Traded up the 2 for a 3 to the kick out to the wing. And there goes LaMelo. Kiss off the glass, scores. Up and off the window. 1 point game right now. Top of the key, Davion Mitchell into the hands to Tyler Hero. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Hero on the outside, around the perimeter, off to Mitchell. Mitchell, 8 on the timer. Mitchell, crossover, drives on Miller, puts up a shot. Tough one off the rim, short, deflected. Right back to Mitchell off the tap out. And the Heat stay with the basketball. Under 9 minutes left to go. Tyler Hero, top of the key. Drives on LaMelo, 3 in the shot clock. Hero sneaks around. Lost it out of bounds. And it's off of Hero. It's a turnover charge to Miami. Oh, man. Sorry to hear about that, GG. Yeah, that's unfortunate. LaMelo with possession. Down by 1 for Charlotte. Cross-court Knipple connects with LaMelo. LaMelo, no good on the 3. Offensive rebound controlled by Diabate. Outside handoff, LaMelo. LaMelo at the baseline, blocked from the side by Mitchell. Not clean, though. They're going to roll it. A shooting foul. 2 shots here coming up at the free throw line by LaMelo. The clock will stop with 8:25 left to play in the third. If you're new in the channel, keep on smashing the thumbs up. Appreciate you guys for being a part on the channel. I cover basketball action, play-by-play, NBA. Covered a big tournament for college basketball, for college hoops, for March Madness, coming off that last Monday with the national championship. (61-60), 8:25 left to go in the third quarter. I believe we're going to have a challenge here by head coach Eric Spoelstra on this foul. There's on Davion Mitchell for the shooting foul charged as the Heat are challenging this call. So the Heat challenging the foul call on Davion Mitchell. We're going to take a timeout in the court. 8:25 left to go in the third quarter as we head to the timeout. Wow, what a game. Both of these teams tonight playing their hearts out. Props to the Heat for not getting blown out tonight without Bam Adebayo for most of this game. So if you're just joining in, Bam Adebayo, lower back injury, happened in the first minute of the second quarter. At the time, Adebayo scored 6 points in 11 minutes. He had 2 blocks and 6 points in 11 minutes. He had 3 rebounds. I was looking at Ware's stat line. Khalil Ware tonight with 2 blocks. Good balance by Miami. Nobody's been able to take over the game for the Heat, but 4 guys do have 10 points each. Wiggins, Ware, Mitchell, and Jaquez each with 10. For the Hornets, it's only 2 guys that's showing up tonight. LaMelo, 21 points. Miles Bridges, 15. Only 5 out of Brandon Miller. Con Knipple with just 6. Low efficiency tonight by Con, just 2 for 9 shooting and 0 for 5 from the perimeter. Musa Diabate with only 2. He's got 7 rebounds, though. Bam was defending LaMelo, and it was him and another player for the Heat were defending LaMelo. His teammate got the block, and then LaMelo, he was going in for a left-hand layup, got blocked. stumbled backwards and fell onto Bam, and then Bam went directly backwards, and his tailbone landed hard. He went backwards where his lower back tailbone area took a huge crack on the floor, and he was having a tough time getting up. The TV went directly to a injury timeout, and he got up walking gingerly off the court, had to go to the locker room, and he's questionable for the remaining part of this game. Yeah, it looked like a pretty bad fall. It took a hard lick for Adebayo. I believe it's a tailbone injury for Adebayo. So before we went to the timeout, Miami challenged the foul call on Davion Mitchell. That challenge has been overturned, so Miami wins the challenge and they get the basketball back. 61-60. Heat with possession, 8:20 left to play in the third. Davion Mitchell edging the midcourt logo into the hands to Khalil Ware. Handoff Hero, top of the key out fake. Gets past one defender with Diabate. Runner drills the two. That is good by Tyler Hero. A sweet move right there inside the key, able to get Musa Diabate completely faked out. Charlotte with possession, crossover, LaMelo drives, attacks, Rudder inside, got it to drop, and then and one covered up at the free throw line by LaMelo. Chance to tie it up here with a made free throw. Both of these teams doing a tremendous job of getting downhill to the cup tonight. Able to lean in through contact. Got clipped from the side by Hero, who picked up the personal. First personal foul tonight by Tyler Hero. Brandon Miller has 3 fouls. 2 fouls each by LaMelo, Knipple, Grant Williams, and Josh Green. So they've racked up a bunch of fouls for Charlotte, compared to just 2 personal fouls each by Jaquez and Wiggins, the only 2 guys with multiple fouls for Miami. Free throw is good by LaMelo. He has carried his team tonight in this game. 23 tonight by LaMelo. Lil to Godin on the stream, welcome in. Brandon Miller, 2 rebounds right now. I'll go yes. He's only played 13 minutes tonight for Miller. He's got those 3 fouls, but once the game starts to get later, I think he's going to have a lot more opportunities once we get into the fourth quarter. Right now, he's on the floor for Brandon Miller, so he's only played 13 minutes currently tonight. Hero, rise and fire on a 3, swoosh! Tyler Hero connects on the 3 ball. 3-point lead for the Heat. Brandon Miller launches the jumper straight away. It's pure from downtown. Big time stroke by Miller. Tied up at 66. Slicing the Feathers. They had an open layup. Traded for a 3. Wiggins kaboinked off the back rim. A rebound secured by the Hornets. Bad decision by Davion Mitchell. All you had to do was make the easy layup. It was uncontested. LaMelo attack of the rack. Snatched away by Khalil Ware. Going up right there for the ball. In transition, they soar up and dunk it down with a right-handed flush in transition by Wiggins. Defense translates right into offense with a hammer slam by the Heat. 68-66. Charlotte with possession. Knipple at the wing of the perimeter. Floats it cross-court off to Miller. Spin cycle. Miller inside the key. Miller blocked again by Khalil Ware. Here goes Miami up ahead of the pack. Wiggins shoves it down again with a right-handed flush. Khalil Ware, big time. Back-to-back blocks for a 4-point lead for the Heat. 10 points, 11 rebounds, 4 blocks. Stepping in, a big moment in the spot at Adebayo right now. No good on the 3, shoved in on the putback jam by Diabate. Off the initial miss. This game's starting to become electric. Top of the key, Hawkins slides it over to Hero. Hero dribbles up, jumper, 18-footer straight away, off the mark, no good. Diabate controls the defensive rebound. Midway through the third quarter, Hornets with possession. Bridges swings it outside. Miller, rise and fire on the 3. Off the back rim, no good. Long rebound secured by Hero. Hero up the floor, both of them with a 3-on-3 bounce pass underneath, double clutch. They score up and off the backboard. Wiggins start to step up in a major moment in this game. Andrew Wiggins up to 14 currently. Couple baskets in the last 2 minutes of action. 6-point lead for the Heat. Diabate, top of the free throw circle, Miami. 4-2 as a team since the start of the play-in 2021. Most wins by a team in the NBA as a franchise in play-in games. Head coach Erik Spoelstra just seems to get the best of his team in the lone play-in week in April. Wayne, welcome in. Taking the Heat. Hit us up in the chat who you're rooting for tonight. Typing in Heat or Hornets. And make sure to vote in the poll. If you're going for the Heat, make sure to put some fire emojis out in the chat. If you're going for the Hornets, make sure to put the B emoji out in the chat. Inbound for Charlotte. LaMelo on the outside. Kobe White back into the hands to LaMelo. Attacks the paint. Floats at cross court. James. Extra pass made. Miller. Step back three in the air. Brandon Miller splashes the three. It's a 1-point game. Season on the line for both of these teams. Winner will live another day. They'll play on Friday, taking on the loser, the 7 versus 8 playing matchup between the Sixers and the Magic. Loser eliminated from NBA playoff contention as Sion James, beg my pardon, that's Kobe White, who picks up the shooting foul. 2 shots here coming up at the free throw line from Miami. We are down to 4:56 left to go in the third. Andrew Wiggins, 2 free throws coming up at the line for the Heat. And he has had an excellent game tonight. First free throw, good. Wiggins, couple baskets recently for him. Works his way up to 16. Second free throw by Wiggins. That is right down the middle. 17 points by Andrew Wiggins. With another 5 left to play in the third quarter. He leads the team for the Heat. They get a player start a breakout finally. Hero with 12. 10 points each by a trio between Ware, Mitchell, and Jaquez. Khalil Ware, double-double, 10 points, 11 rebounds, plus 4 blocks. Filling in for Adebayo. Grant Williams left it short. Off a 3-point shot straight away. It goes back to Miami. Heat up the floor. Lob down low. Ware with possession. Throws it down with authority. Humongous slam by Khalil Ware. Rising, releasing, and dunking on a major slam. In a timeout taken to the floor by Charlotte. 76-71. Khalil Ware exploding like a cannon. Attacking the rim with a 2-handed flush. Double-double. 12 points, 11 rebounds, 4 blocks by Khalil Ware. As we will head into the timeout, Miami with a 5-point lead. Young Charlotte team right now, and for a young squad that's been playing so well this season, playing an excellent second half of the season this year for Charlotte, that's a crusher for allowing a monstrous slam dunk by Khalil Ware like that. For Charlotte, they're going to have to maintain their composure and get their team back in order right now. 24 points by LaMelo, 15 by Bridges. After that, it's been difficult. 11 points by Brandon Miller. He has made 3 threes tonight, but those 3 guys, only 3 guys in double figures. Cog Knipple struggling, and he's a minus 11 on the floor for Knipple. Just 6 points in 26 minutes and 0 for 5 from 3, 2 for 9 from the floor. Just NBA playoff play-in games hit different. And this Miami team, led by head coach Erik Spoelstra, they've been in a bunch of these games before, and they've already won 4 playoff games in a 5-year span as a franchise. This time without Bam Adebayo for most of the game. So if you're just joining in, Bam Adebayo, with 11 minutes left to go in the second quarter, got injured. Lower tailbone injury, went down hard off his lower backside. Questionable to return. Hasn't been back in the match ever since he got that injury. And for Miami, Khalil Ware, he has stepped in, filled the void, and showed up and responded in major fashion. Double-double, 12 points, 11 rebounds, 4 blocks. Andrew Wiggins, couple slam dunks during a sequence in a 1-minute span. He's got 18 at the moment. Yes, I would go Cooper Flagg Rookie of the Year. Yeah, Con Knippel's had a pretty good season, but unfortunately tonight, struggling right now for Con Knippel. I'll see if there's any updates with Bam. I don't think so. He was not moving well for Adebayo. Like, he was walking gingerly. So if I had to say, probably not for Adebayo. So probably not. We'll see what happens. Questionable to return. Hasn't returned ever since. If you're Miami, I don't think you need to risk it right now. Especially, he looked like he was completely compromised. Completely, like, compromised that if he was playing out there with that type of injury, then the Hornets offense would just attack him all game long. Because he was not looking like his usual self getting back up. He was having a tough time walking. 5-point lead right now for Miami. Hornets with possession. Grant Williams off to LaMelo. Tees up a 3. Missed off the back rim. No good. Tipped out to the perimeter. Offensive rebound. Kobe White fires a 3. And he rings in the triple. 76-74. Approaching the 4-minute mark left to go in the third. If you're new in the channel, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. I cover play-by-play NBA games, college hoops on the platform. The 3-point shot is buried. That is made by Davion Mitchell straight away from the top of the key. 5-point lead for the Heat. LaMelo, one-on-one around the perimeter. Slides it off to Miller. Brandon Miller guarded by Hero. Screen set by Kalkbrenner. Miller dribbles up inside the key. Miller put to the shot. Erased by Ware. Not clean enough, though, over the cylinder. They're going to give him a goaltend. So 2 points awarded to Charlotte. Goaltend violation on Khalil Ware. Janet, welcome in, liking the Hornets to win. Type in the chat who you guys like to win here. Hornets or Heat. Put in the fire emojis if you're going for the Heat tonight. Put in the B emoji if you're going for the Hornets. Lob, looking for Ware, couldn't finish. Larson, a little bit too tall off his lob off the top of the fingertips. Back to the Hornets with possession. Shake and bake. Step back 3. Nasty step back. LaMelo couldn't finish it. He bricked the shot off the back rim. Rebound secure by Hero. That would have been insane if it went down. That was a nasty step back. Hero slicing the fenders. Couldn't finish the layup. Skidded off the rim and out. Rebound secured by Kobe White. At the top, Brandon Miller. Up fake. Drives past Hero. Had it stripped. Got it back inside the key. Push past corner. Grant Williams on the outside into the hands to LaMelo. LaMelo carrying his team in this matchup with 24 leading the way. After that, 15 by Miles Bridges. LaMelo dribbles up. A runner. 15-footer straight away. Got it a drop. It's a 1-point game, 79-78. Hornets starting to come alive right now. LaMelo's got 26 on 10 for 24 shooting. Cross court, into the hands to Hero. Up fake, Hero looking to lean into contact. Made the extra pass to Wiggins. Off the mark, no good. Kalkbrenner controls the defensive rebound for Charlotte. Hornets have possession. LaMelo, crossover at the wing. Defended by Davion Mitchell. Gets past him. Kick outside. Out into the hands to Miller. Kobe White slows down tempo. Confused what he's going to do. He comes off the screen, fires a 3. He's got the 3. Open up the bank right there. Cha-ching. Slowing down the possession to his favor. Charlotte able to capitalize on the Kobe White bank 3. 81-79. Charlotte getting on the run. Davion Mitchell inside the key. Floats it outside. Ware tees up the 3. Off the back heel misfired. Rebound secured by LaMelo. Up the floor finds Grant Williams. Steps into the 3. That's way off the mark. hit all glass, and Miami stumbled up the floor. They turn it over. Kobe White, bullseye, buries it from downtown. What a mistake right there by the Heat. Stumbling in the backcourt off the dribble. And Kobe White makes Miami pay off the miscue by Pelle Larsson. Leads the three by the Hornets. 84-79. Timeout on the floor taken by the Heat. Here is the Charlotte team that erupted in the new year. They're playing like it in the last stretch. Kobe White started to come alive. Pelle Larsson, a big ew. Stumbles off the dribble in the backcourt. Kobe White realizes the ball got loose. Scoops it up. Steps into a wide open three. And rips it through the cylinder. What a change in momentum in this game right now. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up. Hit the like. Hit the subscribe. I plan on being live next on Friday, covering the winner of this game against the winner, the loser of the Sixers against Magic will face whoever wins this game tonight on Friday. Hit us up in the chat who you guys want to win. Type it in. Heat, Hornets. Put in the emoji of your team you want to win. Fire emoji for the Heat. B emoji for the Hornets. Type in who you guys got out in the chat. And make sure to vote in the poll. Bam Adebayo will not return for the remaining part of this game, as that has been confirmed. Lower back injury. Bam Adebayo not available for the rest of this game. 84-79. Right to left on the floor, Miami with a possession. Charlotte on a 10-zip run in the last 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Heat with the basketball. Davion Mitchell at the wing of the perimeter. Sends it off to Norman Powell. Powell, defended at the top, off the crossover. Off fake. Powell looking outside. Somebody's going to get open. He does. He finds Mitchell. 5 of the shot clock. Mitchell glides inside the key with the left hand. Scoop score. Up and off the backboard. Good for 2. 84-81. 3-point game. Final minute left to go in the third. Charlotte with possession. With a slow down tempo. LaMelo on the floor alongside Kobe White. He's been magnificent. Last couple possessions off the bench. Miles Bridges, Con Knipple, Musa Diabate. LaMelo at the wing. Floats it cross court to Kobe White. For the shot clock. White slices the feathers. White right to the cup. Soars up. Scores the 2. Kobe White starting to take over right now off the bench for Charlotte. 5-point lead for the Hornets. Around the perimeter, Mitchell. Kobe White off the bench. He's got himself 13 in double figures. Norman Powell at the top of the key. 8 on the shot clock. Heat down by 5. Powell guarded by LaMelo. Drives on him inside the key. Gets past him off the dribble. Powell scores the layup. Shot clock turned off. 15 seconds left to go at the end of 3. What a game here, folks. Charlotte, a 3-point advantage. LaMelo gonna slow it down for the final possession to close out the third. LaMelo at the wing of the perimeter. Takes on Larsson. Kick outside. Kobe White fires a 3. Oh, he buries it at the buzzer. Bang, 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 bang. A third quarter of his life for Kobe White. Going on a humongous scoring tear. Putting Charlotte up by 6 at the end of 3. Kobe White coming alive in a humongous way in Q3 tonight for the Hornets. Ripping in a triple at the buzzer. Charlotte on their whole floor. The 5.5-point favorites. Got all the momentum going in to the fourth quarter coming up. Looking to see if they can advance and play on Friday for a spot on the line to be the 8th seed in the bracket. Kobe White comes off the bench, drops down 16 points in 15 minutes, and a huge eruption, mostly with those points coming in the third quarter. 6 for 11 from the floor by Kobe White. 4 main threes tonight, a plus 11 coming off the bench. That's a humongous X factor. Traded for this guy at the trade deadline. Had a slow start in this game. Somebody in the chat pointed out, Kobe White, man, got to do something. And right on cue, once that was pointed out in the chat, Kobe White goes nuclear. 26 by LaMelo. 15 by Bridges. 13 by Miller. Kobe White with 16 off the bench. The difference maker. Heat led by Wiggins. He has 18. 15 by Mitchell. 12 each by Khalil Ware, Tyler Hero, 10 points by Jaime Jaquez. Khalil Ware, double-double, 12 points, 11 rebounds, and 4 blocks. No Bam Adebayo. Bam Adebayo rolled out for the rest of this game due to a lower back injury. That's a crusher. That's an absolute crusher for Miami. Bam Adebayo tonight played 11 minutes, and he was injured in the first minute of the second quarter. So Bam Adebayo is out for the remaining part of this game. If you're doing a stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Appreciate all for joining and being a part here of the channel. And keep on coming back here for future live streams. I cover NBA games. Just got done with a NCAA March Madness tournament. Covered a bunch of college basketball March Madness tournament. So, yeah, if you guys were wondering why I wasn't streaming any NBA games, it's because March Madness was going on for like the last month or so, and I can't be available all the time to cover all these games or so. So that's why I was covering more so college and not much NBA. Yes, Brandon Miller should be coming back in this game. Brandon Miller, 3 personal fouls. He's got 13 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Hey, Jay Ramirez with a dodo. Let's get that dodo hype for Jay Ramirez. You the legend, brother. Let's put that dodo hype out in the chat. Yeah, if you guys enjoy my streams here, and feel free to support my channel. Also, donations can be made over to my PayPal or Venmo. I pinned that in the chat, so if anybody's interested in doing that as well, my name over on PayPal or Venmo is @BehindTheArc. I got that pinned in the chat if anybody's interested. It's also in the description of the video. I got that interested if anybody is ever interested. And so I'll put in the channel memberships out here. If anybody's interested in becoming a channel member, it's as low as $1.99 per month to do so. All channel members get a shout out at the end of every single one of my live streams for special shout outs. 89-83 as we start off the fourth quarter, right to left on the floor for Miami. Jaime Jaquez drives inside the key, takes on Miller, got stripped, got it back. That's a wild shot, no good. Shoved off the back rim, missed by Ware. Trying to go for a putback. It goes back to Charlotte. Yeah, this is the first time I've covered a neutral type of game in the NBA. I'm a Celtics fan, if you guys didn't know. Tip in, good for 2 by Moussa Diabate. 91-83, 8-point lead, largest lead for the Hornets. So I'm a Celtics fan, if you guys didn't know from Mass, but when the playoffs come, I do stream different types of teams, no matter what the team is. Usually, I do the 7 o'clock game because I'm on East Coast time. So I'm just doing this game tonight since I have work tomorrow morning. Attacking the paint, Knipple had it stripped from behind out of bounds, so it'll stay Charlotte ball. No team is led by double digits tonight. Largest lead right now in this game for the Hornets, up by 8. Largest lead for the Heat was 5. Kobe White scored 14 points in the third quarter. He had just 2 points in the first 2 quarters of action tonight. Under 11 minutes left to go. Jumper, deep 2, and Knipple off the mark, no good. A rebound secured by Ware. Tamura, thanks so much for the membership. Let's get that member hype out for Tamura on the stream. Layup made, attacking the rim by Davion Mitchell. 6-point lead for Charlotte. Bounce pass off to Diabate. Floats up the hook shot. Bounces in. It's good for 2. Generous bounce. Went off the rim a couple times. Dropped down into the netting. Back to an 8-point lead here for Charlotte. Davion Mitchell at the top. Into the hands to Hawkins. Outside Powell. Powell off the crossover. Dribbles left baseline. Working on Knipple. On the outside, into the hands to Hawkins. Top of the key, Mitchell slides it off to Jaime. Jaime, 5-inch timer. Spin cycle. Jaime, fall away. Tough shot, no good. Off the back heel. Drew the contact, though, and a shooting foul. 2 free throws coming up here by the Heat at the line with Jaime Hawkins. It's on Bridges who picks up the personal. And we will have a timeout here taken on the floor. 10 minutes even. 93-85. Miles Bridges called on the shooting foul, and Charlotte's going to challenge this. So right now, Charlotte challenging that foul call on Miles Bridges as we will head to the timeout with 10 minutes remaining. Yeah, that didn't look like much contact. That was a tough shot. It was tough for the camera angle that was shown. Jaime Hawkins at the elbow, far elbow, is falling away towards his right side in the far elbow jumper. A very difficult shot, but according to the officials, it was a shooting foul charge to Bridges. Charlotte is challenging it. Tamura, like it, Con Kadipple, getting a Rookie of the Year. Yeah, I actually like Charlotte to get the 8 seed in the playoffs, in my opinion. So I'm actually a Celtics fan. I might be a little biased based on when I streamed Charlotte the first time this year and they beat the Celtics. I was really impressed with the Hornets, and at the time they had won like 15 out of their last 17 games for them. But based on like the teams in the play-in rounds, in my opinion, I think it's gonna be Philly that takes on Boston in the opening rounds. I think Philly's gonna beat Orlando tomorrow. Orlando's been a mess this year for them, and I think the telling story for the Magic, they're gonna get eliminated by the Charlotte team on Friday. The Magic started their starters, and they couldn't even beat the G League Celtics on Sunday. I mean, that's basically the season in a nutshell for the Magic. Their team chemistry is just not there this season. It seems like those guys want to just get the season done and over with, and their coach is going to get fired. Like, they started off pretty well, too. They were like a top 4 team, and then they drifted all the way back to 8th. They went on like a massive losing streak at one point, too. I think it was in March. And Philadelphia is dealing with an injury to Joel Embiid. So Joel Embiid not playing tomorrow. Probably not going to play for the entire first round and beyond. Yeah, Orlando came in on a 5-game winning streak on Sunday and then lost to Boston. They're like a team that was cramming for their exam. They're a streaky team, going on a monstrous winning streak, following up with a long losing streak, and then another winning streak, and then a terrible loss to close out the year. They've just been a complete seesaw for the second half of the season. Tough right now for Miami. Down by 8. 10 minutes left to go. Without Bam Adebayo. Yeah, Khan's had a tough game. Leaky, welcome in. He's struggling with efficiency tonight. Yeah, if you're a betting person out there, my biggest tip to you guys is if you do like over-unders for the playoffs, make sure like the first round games, keep on taking the under, because the under was hitting constantly last year. That's where the defenses start to come alive. Like there were a lot of rock fights in the first round last season. Like everybody commits to playing defense. Miami gets the inbound back as we get back to action. Under 10 minutes left to go. Heat with possession, snaking their way inside. Larson will head to the free throw line, so he was fouled. Going in for the layup. Two shots by Pelle Larson at the line for Miami. They just need that guy to break out in this game. They just don't have that. Wiggins has 18. There's been moments for him that he's broken out, but right now, this stage of the game, LaMelo's got 26. LaMelo's been dominating tonight, almost a point a minute for him. First free throw good by Larson. The second one at the line is good as well. So it's a 6-point lead for Charlotte with under 10 minutes left to play. Hornets with possession. Miller on the floor alongside Kobe White, who scored 14 points in the third quarter. Con Knipple, Musa Diabate, Miles Bridges. LaMelo currently on the bench for Charlotte. Kobe White dribbles, drives, attacks inside the key. Floats it outside. Knipple fires a three off the mark. No good. The shooting woes continue tonight for Con Knipple. First taste of playoff basketball. 0 for 6 from the perimeter. Just 6 points in 30 minutes by Con. Powell. Outside finds Larson. At top with Jaquez. Jaquez dribbles up inside the free throw circle. Back out to Pelle Larson. 3 in the shot clock. He launches a 3. Top of the key. Off target. No good. A rebound secured by Bridges. Shane on the stream. Welcome in. Kobe White slows down tempo. Both teams struggling to make shots. 2 for 6 this quarter by Charlotte. 1 for 6 by Miami. White. Zigzag. Up fake. Outside. Knipple. And a travel. Turnover charge to Kobe White off the traveling violation. Yeah, that possession hurts. That one hurts for Charlotte there, getting called in the travel. Wiggins going to check back in. Shane liking the Hornets. Thanks for joining in, bud. Hit us up in the chat who you guys like to win tonight. Type it in, Hornets or Heat. Heat with possession. Davion Mitchell on the floor alongside Jaime Jaquez, Andrew Wiggins, Norman Powell, Khalil Ware. Powell at the top of the key. Slides it off towards his right into the hands of Mitchell off the crossover. Mitchell, jumper, mid-range, got it. That is good for the deuce by Davion Mitchell. 17 by Mitchell, number 2 scorer behind Wiggins, who has 18. 4-point game right now. Straightaway 3. Kobe White off the back rim too long. Rebound secured by Jaquez. Jaquez leaves it off for Mitchell. Mitchell attacks the paint with a left hand. Scoop score. Up and then off the backboard. Good for 2 by Davion Mitchell. Wow, what a battle. Heat coming back. Trailing by 2 now. 8 minutes left to go. White. Into the hands to Knipple. Outside, Brandon Miller. Rise and fire on a 3. Off the mark, no good. Tapped off the glass by Diabate. Rebound secured by Khalil Ware. Lob over the top in transition. Hockey leaves it up on the rooftop for Wiggins. Dunks it with a slam. Plus the and one coming up. Up on the rooftop for Andrew Wiggins, who has got himself 20. Playoff basketball is here, baby. What a game to start off the play-in tournament. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Wiggins with 20 points, 8 for 15 from the floor. He's going to have an and one coming up at the free throw line. Grant Williams checks in. Wow. Both of these teams right now bringing the energy. And one coming up at the free throw line here by Wiggins. The shot's up. The shot is good. And the Heat have taken the lead. It's a 9-zip run by Miami in the last 2+ minutes. Hornets with possession. LaMelo on the floor alongside Miller, Grant Williams, Ryan Kalkbrenner, and Miles Bridges. LaMelo tees up the 3. Missed off the back heel. Rebound secured by Wiggins. Davion Mitchell races up the floor. Who wants it more? The last 7.5 minutes of action. Mitchell, a step back 3 in the air. He buries the triple. Davion Mitchell got his whole team hyped up right now, heading to the bench. Dapping up dudes left and right, bouncing off bodies. Davion Mitchell, 21 in this game as we have a timeout here taken on the floor by Charlotte. Wow, Davion Mitchell playing big time in the moment tonight. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and ring the notification bell as well if you guys would like to be notified for future live streams on the channel. What a game. Wow. Just an absolutely outstanding battle that these two teams are playing hungry like this on the line. Game 7-like atmosphere. These two teams battling, giving it their all. I cover NBA games play-by-play, also college hoops as well. If you guys enjoy the content, keep on coming back for more. I am out tomorrow, so I will not have a stream tomorrow. Hoping to be back live on Friday for my next stream. The winner of this game will face the loser of Philadelphia versus Orlando on Friday. Feel free to come on back on Friday night for some more coverage. Miami has 56 points in the paint tonight. 56-42 without Bam Adebayo for the majority of this matchup. If you're just joining in, Bam Adebayo, injury, lower back injury, tailbone. He was injured with 11 minutes left to go in the second quarter. So early second quarter, left the game, never came back, and he has been ruled out remaining part of this game. Yeah, I think Dottie Boy means Charlotte there, not Chicago. Yeah, Charlotte let Miami right back into this one. Looked like Charlotte was going to run away with it. And then Miami came all the way back. They trailed by 8. Largest lead, an 8-point lead by Charlotte. Largest lead for the Heat, a 5-point lead for Miami. Right now they're up by 4. It was 93-85. It's a 12-0 run by the Heat in the last 3 minutes of regulation. What a start to the NBA playing around tonight. Winner keeps on continuing. Loser eliminated. Concaniple has to get going if Charlotte has a comeback moment in them. Concaniple, 0 for 6 from 3. 6 points tonight in 32 minutes. That is not going to be a good case for Rookie of the Year. If Charlotte, for all the work that they did second half of the season to work their way up to the number 9 spot in the East, there were moments that they could have overtaken teams like Philly, Toronto, and Orlando, and could have been the number 6 team or number 5 team in the Eastern Conference playoffs, but no. At one point, they were 15-2 in their 17-game stretch in March. Putback is good for 2 underneath by Grant Williams for Charlotte. 7 minutes left to go in the fourth. Blocked going up was Powell on the jump shot, got denied by Miller. Powell tries the 3 over Koch brothers. Swoosh! Norman Powell. First time he gets deflected. Try again. He buries the triple. Pretty sure it's the Celtics that Mr. Tops has. Corner jumper, no good off the mark. Missed by Grant Williams. Rebound secure by Miami. Yeah, I think Mr. Tops is going for a Celtics-Suns finals matchup. I had to explain to him that it would be a long shot for the Suns to reach the finals, but Mr. Tops was born in Arizona, and I think his birthplace bias got into his brain, in his little brain above his little head. Putback is good by Ryan Kalkbrenner. 14 offensive rebounds tonight by Charlotte, 11 by Miami. 5-point game, Heat with possession. Under 6 minutes left to go. Mitchell slides it out to the wing. Khalil Ware takes the 3 off the mark, no good. That's not a good shot there. Early on in the shot clock for a low percentage shot by one of their big men. Williams, extra pass, Bridges on top, LaMelo, up fake. LaMelo steps into an open 3 off target. Missed off the back heel, rebound secured by Mitchell. Miami 4-2 in play-in games, most by any team in the NBA. Eric Spoelstra just seems to lead his team in these moments. Davion Mitchell, ring around the rosy, no good as it spun around the rim and out. That would have sent the whole Miami fan base going big time in this game. Instead, as Charlotte gets the and one up the floor, Bridges score it in a foul. Miles Bridges burst the speed, leaning in over the top over Mitchell. Got the contact and the free throw coming up. What a game. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. One shot at the free throw line, and it's good. Buried by Bridges. It's a 2-point game with just above 5 minutes remaining. Timeout on the floor taken by the Heat. 102-100, 5:08 left to go in the fourth quarter of action. 24 points tonight by Davion Mitchell, 21 by Andrew Wiggins. Off the bench, 12 points each by Khalil Ware and Tyler Hero. Norman Powell with 11, Jaime Jaquez is 10. Khalil Ware's got a massive double-double. 12 points and 17 rebounds for Khalil Ware. So no Bam Adebayo. Khalil Ware, insert him in, and he comes up in a massive way. 17 boards. Miami only -3 in the glass against one of the top rebounding teams this season with Charlotte. That's huge. Miami tonight, 58 points in the paint against Charlotte. Charlotte needs Con Knipple to hit. Con Knipple struggling all night long. 6 points in 32 minutes. 2 for 12 from the floor. 0 for 6 from 3. 26 points by LaMelo. 18 by Miles Bridges. Off the bench, 16 by Kobe White. Kobe White had 14 points in the third quarter. Scored just 2 in the first half. In the fourth quarter, he's got nothing though. Yes, LaMelo was on the floor. If you're new in the channel, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Man, backcourt for Charlotte struggling tonight. Con Knipple, LaMelo, 2 for 19 combined from three-point range. LaMelo, even though he has 26 points, he is breaking his threes. 2 for 13 from 3 for LaMelo. A rough game by Con Knipple tonight. Getting a taste of NBA playoff style basketball. The defense is just different in the playoffs as we are down to 5:08 left to go. If you're a betting person out there, make sure to take the unders for the first round matchups, because for the over-unders last year, there were a bunch of games that went under in the first round for the playoffs, like by like a combined 20, 30, 40 points under off the initial game one matchups in the first round. Turnover on Jaquez around the perimeter. It's going to go back to Charlotte. Bad turnover by Jaime Jaquez in a game that hasn't really seen a ton of turnovers. 5 turnovers tonight by Charlotte. 6 turnovers now for the Heat. Charlotte with the basketball. Crunch time game under 5 minutes left to go. LaMelo crosses the timeline. He's on the floor alongside Miller, Diabate, Bridges, and Grant Williams. Con Knipple has been benched because he has only scored 6 points tonight. LaMelo fires a 3, bricked another one, tipped off the glass, tipped around. Diabate controls the offense, a rebound. Diabate getting physical, and Mitchell picks up the reach and foul. LaMelo is now 2 for 14 from 3. Yes, LaMelo is on the court right now. He's going to be on the court for the last 4 minutes. LaMelo needs to attack and get downhill. None of this three-point shooting stuff. It's still 4:36 left to go in the game. Plenty of time in the game. You don't need a 3. All you need is a 2. They get one with a smash and jam at the rim. Big time rack attack right down the middle. Miles Bridges, he's got 20. Norman Powell inside the key, floats it outside into the hands to Bridges. Into the hands to Wiggins. Wiggins had it deflected out of bounds, broke it up off Miller. It's going to stay Heat ball. 4:14 left to go. So if you're just joining in, Con Knipple benched. 0 for 6 from the perimeter. Only 2 made field goals in this game on the 12 shot attempts. He scored just 6 points tonight for Con Knipple in 32 minutes. Near side front court, Hero the inbound passer off to Wiggins. Around the perimeter, Wiggins, jumper, got it for a big time 3. Shreds in the triple. 3-point lead for the Heat. Andrew Wiggins has 24 right now in this game. LaMelo fires a bullet out to the corner. Grant Williams dribbles towards his left. Williams fall away off the back rim, no good. Tipped off the glass. Rebound by one hand. It's Khalil Ware who controlled the defensive rebound. Poked out of bounds off Charlotte. And Moussa Diabate holding the left thigh. And now he's able to get up. He's wincing in pain. Moussa Diabate, left upper thigh in pain. Kind of favoring his left hip right now. Heat by 3. Heat with a basketball. Under 4 minutes left to go. Jaquez dribbles, drives, inside, kick out, wing, 3. Wiggins got it again. Bang, a bang, a bang for Andrew Wiggins. Back-to-back triples. 108-102. Heat by 6. Heat trail by 8, the largest deficit in this game. No team trail by double digits. LaMelo floats it to the corner. Bridges, no good off the rim. A rebound secured by Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins, 27 points, showing up in a big moment tonight. Top of the key, Hero. Hero thought about the step back. Hand off Wiggins. Wiggins, one of those guys that elevates his game just like Jamal Murray does in the playoffs. Missed a jumper there off the back rim. Wiggins, a key player in the championship in 2022 for Golden State. LaMelo gave up a 2. Push pass, corner, 3. Brandon Miller rips down the 3. It's a 3-point game. Young Charlotte squad, with their inexperience in playoff-style games, hurt them against a team that has won the most games in the play-in round as a franchise. 4-2 and playing games all the time. And Davion Mitchell well off target. Offensive rebound controlled by Ware. On the outside, Hero launches a 3. Hero splashes it from downtown. 6-point lead again for the Heat on the road. LaMelo at the top. Outside, corner 3. No good this time by Miller. Offensive rebound, Diabate. LaMelo, 2 for 14 from 3, 2 for 15. Bricked off the back rim. Rebound secured by Miami with Wiggins. And the Heat will slow it down. Another 2 minutes left to play. Davion Mitchell into the hands to Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero slows down tempo. 10 in the shot clock. Looking for the exclamation point right here, right now. Hero inside the key. Bobbled it. Stripped. Fouled. 1:42 left to go. Reach and foul charge to Charlotte. If you're new on the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Never underestimate a franchise led by head coach Eric Spoelstra. For some reason, they just seem to win these types of games. 15 points tonight by Tyler Hero. Miami started to go off on their threes. 15 for 35 from 3 at 43%. It's been a lot of bricks by the Hornets. 14 for 48 at 29% from 3 for Charlotte. Points in the paint, 58-48. Heat plus 10 in points in the paint. That's really high. 58 points in the paint in this game. Impressive job tonight by Miami. 90 seconds left to go. Hero 2 in the shot clock. Gets blitzed off the double. Kick out corner. 3 on its way. Jaquez off the back rim. No good. Rebound secured by Kobe White. Gotta go for Charlotte. Down by 6. Lob over the top. Brandon Miller. Oh, he whiffed an alley-oop attempt. Outside found an open 3. Bridges buries it. Brandon Miller. That worked out to be a smart decision. Gave up the open 2 to kick it back out to the wing for the open 3, and it paid out in a factor for Charlotte. Final minute left to go. 111-108, Miami with the basketball. Tyler Hero at the Spectrum Center logo off the crossover. Dribbles up at the wing off the double team. Finds Mitchell. 3 in the top. Mitchell, runner halfway down. No good. Around the rim and out. Rebound secured by Miller. It's going back to Charlotte. 2 timeouts remaining for either side. Brandon Miller at the wing. He takes on Hero. Floats it on top to LaMelo. LaMelo, hedging the midcourt logo, takes on Hawkins. A 3 to tie it up. Miller, 6 in the shot clock. LaMelo, push pass. White, extra pass. Corner 3, Grant Williams. No good off the mark. Rebound secured by Hawkins. And a foul given by Charlotte with 28 seconds left. Grant Williams is not the guy to be shooting a shot in the final minute left to go in the corner 3. That's a terrible possession by Charlotte. Terrible, terrible possession. Grant Williams is not reliable in these situations. He shows up for what, a Game 7 like 4 years ago against the Bucks, and that's it when he played for the Celtics, and then bricked a bunch of shots. First free throw, no good, missed off the back by Hawkes. That is not the guy that you want to be taking a shot in the final minute for the Hornets. Critical missed free throw by Hawkes. That needs to be Brandon Miller's ball to take it. He made an extra pass in the wing. That needs to be his 3. Both of these teams still with 2 timeouts remaining in their pockets. Second free throw is good. It's a 4-point lead. Hawkes buries the free throw. And a timeout taken on the floor here by Charlotte. So, 112-108. Hornets burn one with 28 seconds remaining. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Ring the notification bell as well. We got 200 plus watching. You guys, the real Legends MVP is out here on the channel. And if you guys enjoy the content, feel free to keep on coming back in the playoffs. I cover NBA games, college basketball games just wrapped up with the March Madness tournament. Hit us up in the chat. Type in who you guys got to win this game tonight. Type it in, Heat or Hornets. Put the fire emoji in the chat if you guys are going for Miami. Put the B emoji if you're going for Charlotte's. I will be back live on Friday for my next stream. Whoever wins this game against the loser of the Magic versus Sixers, feel free to come back in on Friday. Miami has outscored Charlotte 29-19 in the fourth quarter. Andrew Wiggins showed up in a major way. 27 points by Wiggins on 10 for 18 from the floor, 4 for 8 from 3. Davion Mitchell, 24 points. Impressive game by him tonight. Big-time double-double by Khalil Ware. 12 points alongside 19 rebounds by Khalil Ware. Tyler Hero with 15. Hawkes and Powell off the bench with 11. 7 assists by Jaime Hawkes. Charlotte, led by LaMelo, 26 points, but he is 2 for 15 from 3. 23 by Bridges, 16 by Miller, who has been pretty efficient, 4 for 9 from 3. I'm not sure why he didn't want to attempt that previous 3. He gave it up to Grant Williams, who was 1 for 5 tonight from 3. Con Knipple got benched in the fourth quarter. 6 points in 34 minutes, 0 for 6 from 3, 2 for 12 from the floor. Charlotte down by 4, critical possession. Kobe White, been great off the bench. He's got 16 at the wing. Outside, LaMelo makes the pass to Miller. Fires the 3. He buries it. There you go. Brandon Miller, aggressive. Strokes the 3 and splashes it. 1-point game. 18.6 left to go. So we got another timeout taken on the floor. The Heat will burn this timeout. What a game. Kobe White, kick outside, cross court. Bridges, the extra feet on top to Miller, who rises and fires and shreds the 3. Charlotte's, an amazing second half of the season run. Will they fall short, though? No Bam Adebayo for the majority of this game, was injured with 11 minutes left to go in the second. Miami, 17-24 in road games, just seem to have a knack, this team, when it comes to the play-in round, getting into the playoffs somehow, some way for the Heat. Loser eliminated. Winner has to play another game. They'll face the loser of the Magic versus Sixers on Friday. Hornets up in the poll, 58-42 right now. Bent Needle, welcome in. Thanks for joining in. He's liking the Heat. What a game. 112-111. Thanks so much, THSU. Appreciate it. You're the legend, brother. I cannot show the last possession because it's copyright, so it's play-by-play only. Yeah, the only ones that can show the screen are the actual, like, TV network, which, for this one's on Amazon Prime. Miami will get the inbound in their front court. Far side front court. Jaime Hawkes will be the inbound passer. 18.6 seconds left to go. Hawkes Looking for somebody to get open off the inbound. He finds Hero underneath. Hero had an open layup. Instead, circles around. Right decision by him as he's playing keep away. And he basically gets clobbered by Bridges with 12.9 seconds left. Tyler Hero, an excellent free throw shooter, will shoot 2 at the free throw line for Miami. Heat are in the bonus. 2 shots by Hero. (112-111). First free throw as we are waiting for it. He's a perfect 1 for 1 tonight at the line. 15 points by Hero. First free throw. It is good. Charlotte has struggled with their threes outside of Miller and Bridges. Bridges 4 for 8 from the perimeter. Miller 5 for 10. Both of those guys 50%. Kobe White's 4 for 6. But LaMelo struggling. 2 for 15 from 3. LaMelo cannot be the guy who takes this 3-point shot. Hero with a second free throw. 113-111. 8 for 10 as a team. Hero, second free throw. Got it. 3-point lead for the Heat. 114-111. Timeout on the floor. Taken by Charlotte. They're out of timeouts. Heat with 1 timeout remaining in their pocket. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Ring the notification bell as well if you guys would like to be notified for future live streams on the channel. What a game tonight. Big time in the bright lights in prime time. Winner has to win another game after this one. Winner advances to play Friday for a battle for the 8th seed on the line against the loser of Philadelphia versus Orlando. Loser of this game eliminated and will head to the NBA draft for their next steps. It's going to be a Charlotte ball inbound in their front court. 114-111. Heat by 3 with 12.9 seconds left to go. If you're the Hornets, this ball on a 3 needs to get to either Bridges, who is 4 for 8, Brandon Miller, who's 5 for 10, or Kobe White, who's 4 for 6. Those are high percentage 3-point shooters. But as a team, for some reason, they're 16 for 51, only 31% from 3, because LaMelo is 2 for 15 from 3, and Con Knipple is 0 for 6. Con Knipple got benched in the 4th quarter tonight. Getting a taste of what playoff basketball is tonight for the rookie. 15 for 36 from 3 by Miami at 42%. And Charlotte tonight, 31% as a team, 16 for 51. Yeah, getting the and 1, that would be a smart decision as well. There's been a good chunk of fouls in this game too. Both of these teams have been able to score a ton of points in the paint. We'll see what happens here. Sion James, number 4. He's going to be the inbound passer on the floor alongside Grant Williams, Brandon Miller, LaMelo, and Kobe White takes a tough 3. Fall away. Swash. Holy moly. Kobe White, baby. A quarter 3. Able to fall away. Splash it. Creating some Charlotte Hornets magic. 114-114. Timeout on the floor taken by Eric Spoelstra of Miami. 10.8 seconds left to play. That was an unbelievable find off the inbound. Sion James finds Kobe White circling around. The question was both of his feet behind the 3-point line? Oh, yeah, I believe so. That's it. That camera angle is hidden. I believe that was, though. That angle, yeah, clearly both behind the 3-point line. That's an insane 3 that Kobe White just buried. Savior of his team tonight. 19 points in this game by Kobe White. All the energy going to Charlotte. Both teams without the timeouts. What a battle. Keep on smashing the thumbs up. Hit the like. Hit the subscribe. Keep on coming back for future live streams on the channel as well. 17 out of his 19 points coming in half 2 tonight for Kobe White. Insane 3 that he just made. Miami is going to get the inbound with 10.8 seconds left. Both teams have burned their final timeout. What a way to start off the NBA playing. Holy smokes. Just start off with a bang tonight. On your pace, liking Miami. Type in the chat who you guys like to win here. Tyson liking the Hornets. Hit us up. Hornets or Heat. Type in the fire emojis for the Heat. Type in the B emoji for the Hornets. Miami gets the inbound in the backcourt as it gets sent to Tyler Hero. 8 seconds left to go. Tyler Hero at the wing of the perimeter. Takes on Miller. One-on-one off the crossover. Hero jumper straight away. 3 off the back rim. No good. Rebound battle going to Charlotte. We're going into overtime. 114. Let's get that OT hype out in the chat. What a game. Overtime we go. Keep on smashing the thumbs up if you guys are new. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. Tyler Hero brick the 3 off the back rim. Charlotte has all the momentum, rallying behind the home crowd, going into overtime tonight. Tyler Hero, a chance to put away the game, couldn't do so, and Kobe White, with 10 seconds left, making some big-time magic happen at the Spectrum Center to put this game into OT. Man, this game has been something special. Holy moly. Just absolutely outstanding. Absolutely outstanding game going down here. Winner of this game stays alive. They'll play on Friday, 7:30 p.m. against the loser of Philadelphia versus Orlando. I'm out tomorrow, so I will not have this stream for Philly versus Orlando. Hoping to be back live on Friday night covering whoever wins this game against whoever loses the game tomorrow. One Key is taking a Hornet. Welcome in, bud. Plethora of points in the paint in this game at a premium. 58-48 points in the paint tonight in favor of Miami. If you guys are just joining in, Bam Adebayo, 11 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Tailbone injury, lower back injury, out for the remaining part of this game. Bam was going up to block a shot. LaMelo was the one who missed the layup and then drifted back into the lower ankle of Bam. Bam stumbled backwards, went hard on his tailbone, and got up and struggled to walk off in his own power. He was having a tough time walking to the locker room for Adebayo. Yeah, Con Knippel's got to do something if he even plays in overtime. He's not been able to do anything tonight. 6 points in 34 minutes on 2 for 12 shooting and 0 made threes. Moussa Diabate and Khalil Ware going up at midcourt for the opening tip as we begin the overtime session. Left to right on the floor. Charlotte with the basketball. White jerseys, teal numbers, teal letters for the Hornets. Black jerseys, white numbers, white letters, red outline for the Heat. Opening possession for the Hornets. Bridges sends it on top. White fires a 3. No good off the glass. Too long. A long rebound secured by Wiggins. White, Miller, LaMelo, Bridges, and Diabate, the 5 in the court to start off overtime for Charlotte. Jaquez, kick out top. Wiggins, extra pass missile, side step to his left with a 3. No good off the mark, missed by Davion. And the rebound scooped up by Miller. Davion Mitchell, Jaime Jaquez, Khalil Ware, Tyler Hero. The 5 in the court currently for Miami. Miller, up fake, Miller, fall away, jumper, got it. Brandon Miller, good for 2. Hornets take the lead. 116-114, 21 by Brandon Miller in the opening frame here, opening minute of overtime. Davion Mitchell at the wing. It takes on LaMelo off the crossover, drives on LaMelo inside the key, dump off Jaquez, goes wide off the dribble, keeps it alive, follow away shot, drills it. Jaime Jaquez able to bury the 2. What a battle between these two teams. 116-116. LaMelo at the top of the key, slides it off to Miller. Brandon Miller back outside to LaMelo. LaMelo 2 for 15 from 3. Gotta attack the rim if you're LaMelo. Up fake. Miller. Kick out. Corner 3. Bridges. Swoosh. Miles Bridges been big time from the outside. The Hornets by 3. 3:20 left to go in OT. Tyler Hero at the edge of the midcourt logo. As he is defended by LaMelo, 1-on-1. 26 by Bridges. Hero drives inside. Kick out. Corner. Mitchell. No good. Over the cylinder. Bridges with the basketball. Charlotte will slow it down. Up by 1 possession. LaMelo. Edge of the midcourt logo. Under 3 minutes left to go. He's defended by Mitchell. 1-on-1. Screen set by Diabate. Frees up LaMelo. Launches the jumper. Not his shot off the back rim. No good. A rebound secured by Hawkes. LaMelo now 2 for 16 from the perimeter. Jaime Hawkes. Bounce pass. Mitchell. Soared up right past Cisse. Scores the layup. Just beat him by a half a step to the cup. 1 point game. 2.5 left to play. LaMelo on the outside finds White. Back into the hands to LaMelo. 2 for 16 from the perimeter. This time he glides, floats it up over the top. Sky high in the air. Brandon Miller zips like a bee and flushes down with a 2-hand slam. 121-118. A 3-point lead for Charlotte. Baseline dribble. Wiggins circles around, back out to the perimeter. Bounce pass into the hands to Hawkes. Hawkes bumped into and fouled. It will stop the clock with 1:59 left to play. Foul trouble tonight looks like this. Brandon Miller, LaMelo Ball, Con Knipple, each with 4. Nobody with more than 2 personal fouls for the Heat, so nobody's in deep foul trouble for Miami. Inbound goes to Miami. Hero. Dribbles, drives. Free throw circle jumper, 16-footer, no good. Left it short. Rebound secured by Kobe White. Charlotte with possession. Hornets going to slow it down. LaMelo in the front court, 12 of the shot clock. Off the screen set by Cisse. Kick out, corner, up fake. Bridges, baseline dribble, double clutch. Reverse goes up and scores. Up and off the backboard, good for 2. That was nasty. Wraparound layup, banked home by Miles Bridges. 5-point lead by the Hornets. 1:33 left to go in overtime. A timeout taken on the floor by the Heat. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well if you guys would like to be notified here for future live streams on the channel. Let's go, everybody. What a game. Hit us up in the chat who you guys want to win, Heat or Hornets. Big time tonight. Miles Bridges, 28 points, 10 for 17 shooting, 5 for 9 from the perimeter, 9 rebounds, 2 blocks, a steal. 26 by LaMelo, 23 by Brandon Miller, drilling 5 threes. Kobe White, reason why the Hornets are in OT with that fall-away corner 3. He's got 19, where he did most of his damage in the third quarter with 14 points and then had his lone bucket in the fourth and the fall-away 3 with 10 seconds left to go from the corner. 5-point lead for Charlotte. Winner will play against the loser of Orlando versus Philly on Friday. I'll be back live for that one. Loser of this game is eliminated from the rest of the season, as they will focus on the NBA draft. Davion Mitchell sends it off to Hero. Rises on the 3. No good. Off the mark. Tipped around. Got knocked down. No call. But the referees, as they say, play on. It's Charlotte basketball. Hornets slow it down. The whole crowd gets up on his feet at the Spectrum Center. LaMelo Ball, 10 in the timer. Under 105 left to play in overtime. LaMelo, outside Miller. Miller looking for the dagger. 4 to shot clock. Hand off Bridges. Fall away jumper from 3. It's an air ball. And it rolls out of bounds with 53.6 seconds left to play. Heat will have the basketball with 54.3. A little bit more time got put back on the clock. 54.3. Norman Powell checks in on the floor, needing instant offense for Miami, as Khalil Ware will take a seat on the bench. Sia James comes in for Charlotte, and LaMelo will take a seat on the bench right now for the Hornets. So going with their defenders on the floor. Kobe White also takes a seat on the bench. Grant Williams comes in. So Charlotte's going with their top defenders in this possession to stop Miami. Driving, attacking, downhill to the cup, scoring! Davion Mitchell scores the left-hand layup. 48 seconds left to go. 123-120. Timeout on the floor taken by Charlotte. 1 timeout remaining for the Hornets. 2 timeouts left for the Heat. What's good, Charliso? Welcome back in. Thanks for joining in. Lawrence on the stream. Welcome on board. Mooney liking the Hornets here. What a turnaround. Charlotte looking for their last playoff appearance since 2016. Last year, 19-63. This season, what a turnaround. 44-38, one of the best teams in the second half all season. Wow, what a battle. Thanks for joining in, Ronell from the Philippines. Appreciate you for being a part of the stream. If you enjoy the content, keep on hitting the thumbs up. Helps this video a ton being found on YouTube. Keep on hitting the like. Keep on hitting the subscribe. And ring the notification bell to be notified for future live streams. I cover basketball action and play-by-play, NBA, college hoops. $123-120. So we are down to 48 seconds left to go. And if you're watching on Amazon Prime, the whole screen just went black. Oof. Technical difficulties. Yikes. Adebayo suffered lower back injury with 11 minutes left to go in the second quarter. What a terrible time to have technical difficulties for Amazon Prime. I'm paying $15 a month for this. First day of Amazon Prime and you have technical difficulties in an overtime game. That's embarrassing. That is embarrassing. Nobody can watch this game on TV. Final minute in overtime, and you got technical difficulties, Amazon Prime. I'm paying to watch this. You're gouging me $15 a month just to cover NBA games. If you're just joining in, Amazon Prime has a technical difficulty slide on their screen. Man, this is as bad as that Netflix fight from a couple years ago that kept on glitching. This is horrendous. Like, they bought the NBA in this whole package to do this. This is an absolute joke. I want my money back tonight. Money back tonight, Amazon Prime. This is a joke. 26 seconds left. Charlotte scored a basket. I couldn't call the basket because Amazon Prime had technical difficulties. Charlotte's up by 5. According to the ESPN box, LaMelo Ball makes driving layup. Heat timeout. 5-point lead for Charlotte. 26 seconds left as they finally got it back on. Thanks, Amazon Prime. You missed 22 seconds of game time in overtime. Like, us, the basketball fans, need to be treated better. This corporate price gouging by the media networks is abysmal. It's abysmal with a whole new media rights. That there has to be a gazillion different subscriptions to be able to pay to watch these games. Like, in today's world, with the rising prices of everything, it's so difficult. Jumper, good, off the inbound, Tyler Hero buries the 3. 2-point game, Charlotte in the backcourt, 20 seconds left to go, shot clock's turned off. Miami trying to trap him, dangerous, oh, he got intercepted, Larson, bounce pass, Hero, dribbles back out to the perimeter, fall away 3 for the lead, no good, oh, he got fouled. Tyler Hero, 3 free throws coming up off the steal with 8.7 seconds left to go. 3 shots coming up by Hero, fouled from the corner. Hero splashes a 3 off the inbound, and then Miami off a double team, looking like Duke UConn in the tournament, forcing the steal, dribbling out to the perimeter, fall away 3, couldn't hit it, but he was fouled. And it's going to be 3 shots at the line by Hero, perfect 3 for 3 tonight. The free throw line, a 92% free throw shooter. They were down by 5 for 28 seconds. A chance to take the lead with 8.7 seconds. First free throw is good. Unbelievable. This would be a total tragedy for Charlotte if their season ends like this. 1 timeout for both sides. Second free throw, Hero, good. He's going to have a third coming up. Tyler Hero, chance to break the tie, 125-125. 5 for 5 tonight by Hero in this game at the line. I also have thunderstorms in the background where I am. If for some reason I do lose power, you guys know why. We got some thunderstorms right now in the background. Hero will have a third free throw to break the tie. 8.7 seconds left to go. Tyler Hero, third shot at the free throw line. It's up and it's good. 126-125. Tyler Hero takes the lead in the 6-zip run in a 19-second span for the Heat. And for Charlotte, gonna come down to the final possession for a game winner. Hornets looking to see if they can make the game winner tonight to save their season. 44 wins. That would be a shame if they can't get it done. And they blew a 5-point lead with 28 seconds left. That would be an absolute shame. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, or ring the notification bell as well if you like to be notified for future live streams on the channel. What a game. What a game indeed. Tyler Hero big time tonight. Capitalizing on every single one of the free throws that he attempted. Perfect 6 for 6. The Heat looking for a defensive stop. The Hornets looking to win this game. Looking for the walk-off game winner. Charlotte out of timeouts. They just burned their last. Miami with one more timeout. Loser eliminated. That's what's at stake. Charlotte in the front court. Sion James, the inbound passer. He's got Kobe White setting up in the backcourt. Inbound goes to LaMelo. LaMelo drives inside the key. LaMelo got it! Scoop score up and in. Off the backboard. 127-126. Davion Mitchell racing up the floor at the buzzer. Blocked off the side of the backboard. It's over. 127-126. Charlotte picks up the victory. LaMelo Ball, game winner, 4 seconds on the timer, and Davion Mitchell raced all the way up the floor to the rim, had his shot erased from behind. Game over. Charlotte squeaks out a 1-point victory to save their season. What a game tonight. The play-in round opens up with a bang. The Hornets fight to live another night as they will be back in action on Friday, taking on the loser, the Magic versus Sixers. LaMelo Ball, game winner with 4 seconds left to go, driving to the rim. 30 points by LaMelo, a double-double. He had 10 assists. What a game. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. They're showing a replay once again. LaMelo received the inbound, top of the key, turned the corner, drove right past Jaime Jaquez, scored a layup with a right-hand finish, and then Davion Mitchell, quick off the inbound with the full length of the floor, but was blocked from behind by Bridges alongside Miller, who was also there to challenge the layup attempt at the rim. Davion Mitchell erased by Bridges, who got a fingertip in that ball, deflected it off the top right corner of the glass for the game-winning defensive stop. Major start tonight to the play-in round as we start off with a bang. Charlotte by 127-126 the final score. Appreciate all for being a part here on the channel. You guys, the real legends, MVPs out here on the stream. 30 points in 40 minutes tonight by LaMelo for Charlotte in this game as he dropped down 30. His last layup, the game winner, it was his 30th point of the night. We're going to close out to the channel members. I'm hoping to be back live on Friday if you guys would like to join in. Charlotte against whoever loses between Orlando and Philly on a Friday. Thanks all for joining in, everybody, and we will close out to the channel members. All channel members get a shout out at the end of each and every single one of my live streams. And big shout out to Otamura, first time being a member, new member tonight. We got Jason, John, Michael, Bradley, Joe, Lonely Satellite, Warren, the Nija player, Norba, Kelly, Ogie, Russell, Rydog, Astros fan for life, All on the Prowl, I Am Ghost, Ian, Edith, SGA Sports Talk, Elaine, Kilo, Pitts, Yvonne, and Otamura. What a game tonight. Charlotte picks up the win, 127-126, the final score over Miami. Thanks all for joining in, everybody, and enjoy the rest of your Tuesday night.